But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Hey.
What's up, brother?
Honor to meet
Welcome,
you, man. Harry
Absolutely.
Mack. Pleasure.
Harry Mack.
Yes, sir.
Harry
Yes,
Mack
sir.
in the building.
Joy to be here with you. My name's Harry Mack.
Harry Mack.
How we feeling?
Good name, man. Listen.
Oh, thank you.
We are ready.
Beautiful.
We are very ready.
Man, well,
Excited to talk to you. Man.
yes, sir.
Excited to talk to you.
Well, I'm honored to be sitting here talking to both of you guys, man. This is super dope. I'm gonna do a freestyle rap for you guys. So,
Love that, Harry Mack.
yes, so.
This is the man that can judge you.
I already know. I'm sitting here with a legend, man. Two legends, but a legend in hip hop as well. So I don't have anything pre-memorized or prepared or pre-planned in advance. I'm going to improvise off the top of the dome.
Love that.
So can I get like some random words or topics or suggestions from you
Random
guys?
words or topics.
Things to incorporate into the freestyle.
Money.
Money, yes.
Money.
Yes.
Miami.
Miami. Beautiful. Let's get 2 or 3 from each of you, maybe. So I can test my memory.
Friendship.
Money, Miami, friendship.
Ass.
Ass.
Can we do that? We good with that? Ass, yeah. All right.
So you need more than 4?
Let's get 6. We'll get 2 more.
6.
Yeah.
Horses.
Horses. There we go. Yes. Horses.
Horses.
One more.
And falafel.
Falafel. Yes. I love it. All right. Let me review. Don't remind me unless I ask because I got to make sure I got to memorize here.
Yes.
We're going to go with money.
Miami.
Friendship.
Ass.
Horses. And falafel. Those are the words?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we try this?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to pull a beat up here real quick so we
Okay.
can make this happen.
All
All right. Let's see what we got.
Okay. Just pull a random beat.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get this coming out of my speaker,
You
though. Hold on.
know, you keep it down there. That sounds like about 90 BPMs. You're down in there.
Yeah,
just something,
yeah. You
something so you can find it.
Something comfortable. Yeah. You already know.
Once you're up at 99, 100, you start.
Yes.
You have to double time it at that point.
Exactly. We're not going into Big Daddy Kane territory yet.
Harry Mack, what you got?
Yeah. Living in LA where every day is sunny. When I'm spitting, I be stacking up the money. Y'all know we got the paper, we keep it in the stash. I'm getting the money, getting the green, getting the cash. Yeah, I said we never sell our soul, I truly meant that.
Yeah.
We about to get the money, reinvest, and then we spend that. We building up the finance. If they step to me, they don't even stand a slight chance. Check the way that I maneuver, though. We got a lot of my freestyle sound hotter. Trying to get more money so I can cop the fly Pradas. Hey, y'all know we get into the new loot. I'm trying to look something like Will Smith in the blue suit. We really about to take it there, making people feel this. When they become a deliverance right off of the mental, they know I'm the realest. Hey yo, I grip the mic, deliver all these damn frees. Matter of fact, they feel me from LA out to Miami. Anywhere we at, man, my flow's in reach. I said I'm about to take these lyrics out to Miami Beach. I said anywhere we at, y'all know that we deliver. Welcome to Miami, yo, that jam sounds sicker. H-Mac, I'm about to break it down, I'm giving them props. 50 years of hip-hop, we make them listen, it's hot. I be doing what I'm feeling, and y'all know they can't end this. Ride or die, me and this beat, we form a friendship. Yeah, y'all know we stay connected like best friends. They about to feel these lyrics from the east to the west end. Anywhere we at, we connected like family. Cause when I be spitting right up at the mental, I'm bringing y'all that insanity. I got these rappers panicky, they knowin' the deal. I'm never faking when creating, I'll be flowing for real. I said, we getting cash and I be on the task. I got people straight up dancing, got you shaking your ass. Next level, I'ma kill the game truly. When I spit, man, I got them all shaking they booty. I turn into a movie, I do me. Y'all know they want me to spit strong freeze and have the people shaking they donkey. I be going beyond. My freestyle's gorgeous, so fresh with it, the cameras gotta record this. Yeah, hey yo, I'm riding up on them horses. Wait, then again, ride or die, we pulling up in Porsches. Yeah, when I spit, they know the rhymes I'm repping. I might pull up in the horse, that's a 911. Yeah, Mac, I make it known. I turn rappers to more cowards, pulling up in the 911, plenty horsepower. Yeah, y'all know that my freestyles are colossal. By comparison, my competition all be sounding awful. Just to come through with these hot flows, it should probably be unlawful. And I'm eating up these beats kinda like they a falafel. Yeah, I know we coming off at the top. When it come to freestyles, man, the Mac don't stop. I'm really out here doing this. They know the flow is too legit. When rhyming in alignment, I'm shining just like a crucifix. Yeah, more territory I'm exploring. Live connected with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Y'all know I kill it proudly. They know all about me, man. I'm here to save the day like Marcus and Mike Lowry. Check the way we do it, dog. I rock the style, the hottest child. I'm like albino crocodile. How I'm snapping on my haters. When I'm rapping, it be major. I'm more royal, sir. Wait, hold up. I hope that's not a spoiler. I'ma keep it in motion. I'm killing it truly. I bubble like jacuzzi. I was blessed to see that movie. Bad Boys 4 is coming. Y'all know we get live. Hey, by the way, can I get a cameo in Bad Boys 5? Let's go. Hey. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man.
Yo, Gadget, yo, it's good to see you. Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you. Yeah, sorry, I was meant to do this movie night last night, but I didn't feel up to it. You know, after the news I had that day about Vicky and that, I didn't feel up to it. So, yeah, I'm here tonight instead, you know. So, good to see you guys. Good to see you. Put the link in, just in case anybody wants to come in. Just in case, just in case, just in case. Right, yeah, so tonight's movie is Marty Supreme. It's quite a long movie. It's a new one. On Sunday, we'll do 2 movies, obviously, because we're just doing the series on a Friday now because we're getting through it quite quick. So Sunday, we're going to do both of Canal's movies that he was talking about, Eight-Legged Freaks and Grandma's Boy, something like that. So that's what we'll do on Sunday. But tonight it's Marty Supreme, which is a new movie. To do with some table tennis champion, or based on, it's a fictional story based on like someone from real life, you know. So it won't be the right name and all that kind of stuff. So it's not a true story. It's kind of inspired by someone in real life. It's not based on a true story. It's just inspired by someone. In real life. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Hey, yeah. Roger, how you doing, man?
Good. I just took Ron to the hospital.
What for?
Her hernia is acting up to the point they think it might be strangulated. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they're going to find out if she needs surgery or not. So I got to go back and pick her up here in about an hour or so.
I got you. Oh, Derek as well.
No, Derek Nelson's here. Imagine that. Yeah. He was there when it happened earlier. I was doing a covering Eric Dubé. He put out.
Yeah, well, Eric Dubé put out about gravity, you mean?
No, it's another one he's got out about flight.
So you're talking about flight speeds going from north to south, yeah. Why doesn't it slow down? Why doesn't the plane slow down with each latitude it's in? you know,
Well,
because
it gains momentum from the ground somehow.
well, exactly. You're saying like if it's got momentum from the ground where it takes off, why, when it's flying over places that are spinning slower, is it still got that same momentum and it's not spinning slower? So yeah, no, it was a good video, but it was a good video.
It was.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was that one or another one he put out. But he's just putting out the same video. It's just updated. It's the same stuff he's done before, but with newer kind of what you call
it's
it?
relative and it looks better. That's what it
Optics,
is.
not optics. Visuals.
Yeah, it looks better. Yeah.
Well, it's like the brass tacks of it is that Earth does not have a spinning momentum.
Really?
Wind may.
Yeah.
Right.
We went over that with me and Chris went over the wind part. Yeah.
Jet streams, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim hasn't got anything new. So we're all caught up with Jim. So we just go straight into it. Hey, Jim's there actually. We're all caught up with Jim. So we'll just go straight into it, I suppose. The Epstein's AI baby farm thing from Mind Unveiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby farms.
Yeah, I know. Sick. I just want I mean, you know, some things that are not good, obviously. But
they're all
sometimes but you've got to investigate the truth, you know what I mean?
True. True the truth. Yeah.
But this is the last Epstein thing I'm doing in a while, you know, like this will do for a bit because we've done a few body language things. We've done about 4 things on Epstein. So after this one, I don't think I need to do any for a little bit unless anything majorly new comes out about it or whatever, you know.
Well, PJ, after you get done, I'm going to do a coverage of Buck Sidebuster went on with Nathan finally and did a debate. He got his ass creamed, dude.
Did he? Nice.
Yeah, I named it To Die on the Hill or The Buck Stops Here.
Yeah, I did, LJ. I got it from Logical Observations. I went to show it yesterday when I was streaming yesterday or the day before, the same time as I did the last Epstein thing. I was going to show that where the guy was fighting, talking about flat. He's not even a flat earther yet. You know, he's on the fence about it, but yet he cooked Joe Rogan talking about flat earth. Now, I seen it, but I went to show it and it had been taken down on Logical Observation side. So
yeah, I was looking for it myself, but I couldn't find it on Joe's site anywhere. It's not there.
Well, this LJ just says to start talking about it an hour and 57 mark.
Okay. I got to look for it.
Hour and 57. Yeah, no, I actually had the actual clip from Logical Observations, but it got taken down. I dare say it got taken down because he didn't put any commentary with it. He just uploaded it the way it was. So Joe Rogan probably got it taken down, you know.
Well, are they suppressing flat Earth? Is that what it is?
Well, probably. That's exactly what it is. That and Joe Rogan don't want to look like an idiot, probably. Because Joe Rogan's like, what about this? What about NASA? What about satellite images? What about this?
Yeah, what about
when it was Joe Rogan himself years ago who said there's no way they went to the moon.
Right.
Yeah.
And then,
like 2 weeks later, was it? He's like, oh, there's no way they didn't go to the moon.
Well, Neil deGrasse Tyson showed up on the scene, you know. The cloud.
He's put the link in there for it. I'm not got a shot in this one because I've got enough to do in this one anyway. But I mean, I'll peep it and see if I can find it myself, and then I can do a stream on that. Because it was going to be part of yesterday's stream, but when I went to look for it, it wasn't there. You know,
LJ just put it in here. I got it. Nice.
Right. So let me save that as well.
Yeah. Thanks, LJ.
An hour and 57. He says, cool. No, the video is unavailable still. It's gone. Is it? Yeah, the video's gone. The video's gone.
Let me see.
Look.
Oh yeah.
It's gone in. Look, there you go, LJ.
Oh,
it's gone.
I got it. I'm playing it right now.
Like, even if Oliver can't mention
on my side, look, video unavailable.
Let me share what LJ put in. Let me put it up there for you.
Oh, that's what you put in.
I got it right here. Watch.
Yeah, but I'm not showing it because it'll get taken down.
Yeah, I know. Don't have to show it.
But right.
He's got it there, so.
Yeah, but it must be in the UK then. It must be not be able to be seen in the UK. Because sometimes you get copyright strike of some sort. Not copyright strike, but you get copyright where it's not seen in certain places. Now, I get that all the time, but usually it's Belarus and Russia. I've got no subscribers in Belarus or Russia. So
you don't?
But sometimes it says to me, it's fine in the UK, but you can't. Your American people can't see it. So when it says that, I have to cut it out because most of my subs are American. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get the idea of where they got it all over the place.
Yeah, they totally blocked us, man. But totally blocked us. So like if I Roger got it up. Oh no, now it's showing again.
No, there you go.
No, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It comes up and then it goes. Comes up and then it goes. It's gone again. Yeah.
That sucks.
Right,
I don't see us on here. All I see is a troll.
Oh yeah, of course. No, it's because I got rid of us. we were up, weren't we? We haven't been. It hasn't been the troll all that time, is it? No.
Yeah. I hope not.
No. Right, let's just get on with the topic then. But so like I can't do it obviously because I can't get a hold of it. But even if I did, they would probably take it down. They'd probably take it down, as you can see, because I can't even see Joe Rogan's side of it. That's mad. So I bet on the logical observations, it only got taken down for the UK side, and not the wow, unbelievable. Anyway, let's do this thing. Oh, wrong one, PJ. That one.
Mr. Epstein. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, it's Mind Unveiled. Did something about it. I'm sure we've used Mind Unveiled before, but I haven't done a videos for a while, I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because it got mentioned in yesterday's stream when I was doing Epstein, so I thought I'd do this one and make it the last one of Epstein's, unless there's anything major comes out that needs to be spoke about. But this will be the last one I do in Epstein, because this is about the third or fourth one. So yeah, let's see what it's saying.
For the past 2 weeks, there have been some major updates to the files. It's actually starting to get crazy. People were telling me that I have to make a video on this, and while I typically stray away from recent events, something just told me that I should look into this. Now I realize why.
Because everybody else is.
That's
This
quite a
may be
snowflake we've got up there. Look at it.
Quite a what?
The snowflake.
Oh yeah, snowflake of
videos.
A snowflake of red string and conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah.
Biggest video I've ever made. I just spent the last week developing a research tool that would allow me to search with my own terms through 44,000 of those documents. But I took a completely different approach. I wasn't looking for names or occult terms. I was looking for what he was building.
Okay.
And what I found changes the entire story. Tucker Carlson.
Is that what he does now? Shows his face with a sun over it. Shows his body with a sun over it. I've never seen him before. Can't remember ever seeing him. It was always just a voice.
That was pretty cool.
He does look pretty good.
Carlson had Ian Carroll on his show this week to go through the Epstein files. 2 hours. They covered the trafficking, they covered the intelligence connections, they covered the financial web. And then Tucker said something that stopped me.
I suspect that the DOJ was not.
He's been doing that for a while. I haven't seen a video of his for a while, though, David. That's the thing. I haven't seen a video of Mind Unveiled for a while. It's just this one. This one, when I was doing the Epstein thing, and then someone mentioned it yesterday, it reminded me that I had it saved. You know what I mean? So, hey, good to see you, Brian. Good to see you. So, yeah.
Very interested in making them very accessible, as noted by them not giving us zip downloads to even download them with this time. So, trying to make them more accessible.
Can I suggest a thread, for a younger, more energetic man to follow up on?
Absolutely.
And that's Epstein's fixation on.
That's me. Yeah, it's Mind Unveiled. That's him full up. That was his cue. But like on it.
Genetics and biotechnology.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's very clear to me, well, much is not clear to me at all. And I don't understand this category very well. I'm not a scientist.
Thing with the escape plans yesterday, I don't think they were legit, the escape plans. Loads of them emails, yes, I believe they're legit, absolutely. But the escape plans, I don't think were legit. I think if he escaped, he escaped with someone's help. Those escape plans were just a decoy in a way, misdirection.
It'd make a great movie, PJ. It would.
Well, I dare say it's going to happen. Somebody will make a movie on it someday.
The Epstein
and the Harvey Weinstein thing and all of that kind of stuff. Someone will make a movie one day. In fact, they probably already have. They've just called it something else, but it's inspired by these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Blink Twice, that film was seen. That's kind of like Epstein Island. You know what I mean? Where they're all on an island, they're all drugged up. You know, and things happen and they don't remember it. The drug helps them. The drug makes them forget the next day, sort of thing. Yeah, you remember it? Blink Twice, Channing Tatum.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. There's another movie like that.
It was a film that Vicky suggested. Well, she'd actually bought it on Prime, so we had it. Well, when we were together, we had it. Now it's just ours.
They made a movie called Contagion that just happened in 2020.
Yeah, that was Contagion. What, in 2020? I remember seeing one called Contagion.
It was around before 2020, but it did happen in 2020. If you know,
I was going to say because I'd read the book by Robin Cook called Contagion, but there was a film with what's his name?
I'm trying to. It wasn't a big actor.
Little duo. Was it Dudley? No, not Dudley Moore.
No.
Oh, who is it?
Are you thinking of Dustin?
I'm walking here. Him.
Joe Pesci?
No, he didn't say that.
No. Who said that?
Or was it? Or was I'm thinking of something else? Because it was actually. Oh, what's his name?
I'll look it up.
Oh, it's such an easy name. Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman is who I'm thinking of. Was Dustin Hoffman the one I seen in Contagion? I'm sure it was.
Contagion? No, it's got Lawrence Fishburne in it.
It's not the same one then. There was something he was in that was about a contagion. It was about an epidemic.
Yeah, outbreak.
Outbreak. It might have been outbreak. Something.
Yeah. See, Contagion had the exact scenario. A bat fell into a hog, and developed into a virus, and it spread throughout the food chain.
Yeah. Got you. I remember now.
Scientist, a geneticist, but I have noticed, not just with Epstein, but with a bunch of people in Epstein's orbit, there is a fixation on genetics and changing genetics and improving people and cloning and on really eugenics. Kind of tampering with the material of life in a way that
he's telling you the secret. Right. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what it said.
And on really eugenics. Kind of tampering with the material of life in a way that someone who believed he was God would, or someone who's involved, in the supernatural would. I mean, there's really heavy stuff here, and that really, really matters. And I have not seen anybody go into that in a methodical way.
He's right. Nobody has. Until now. Here's the story everyone has. Epstein told scientists he wanted to seed the human race with his DNA. He had a ranch in New Mexico.
He wanted to see the human race with his DNA. The wealthy financier who is accused of sex trafficking had an unusual dream. He hoped to seed the human race with his DNA by impregnating women at his vast New Mexico ranch. Mr. Epstein, over the years, confided to scientists and others about his scheme. According to 4 people familiar with his thinking, although there is no evidence that it ever came to fruition. Okay.
No. But you may have some of his DNA in you now.
It's not my DNA. No, it's not my DNA. I haven't got Epstein DNA in me.
You don't know, man. You don't know.
Oh, what mean? He's about 10 years older than me.
No, I know that, but it's not the point. The point is that he tried to slip his DNA in certain things.
Yeah, I got no DNA of Epstein in me. I rebuke it in Jesus' name. Get out.
Where is Matt at? Because he said he's first, but I don't see him in the chat over here.
Who?
Matthew Eastman.
He'll probably be in my backup channel.
Yeah.
Yes, you are in the backup channel again. Matthew Eastman.
He's first in the backup channel.
Yeah, my channel is called Service Obedience. Service Obedience. Oh, blooming hell, I nearly forgot it. Service Obedience Surrender is the name of my channel. That's my backup channel, you're in. There's the link, Matt. There you go, bro. He did that last time as well. PJ, the Island Boys are Epstein's. Well, they say that. They say that. Well, how come one of them's got blonde hair and one's got brown, but they're identical twins?
I don't get that either.
Because in the photo you see the two young kids, they do look like they could be the Island Boys. They do, but one's got blonde hair and one's got brown, and they're identical twins. And I don't think it looks dyed or anything, you know. But they do. Those boys don't look like twins to me, identical twins. But it was put to the Island Boys, and they're playing on it now. But when it first got put to them, they laughed about it. They
saw how popular it got them too, didn't it?
They might not even know if they are, but whether they are or not, I don't know. There's no proof of that, to be honest. But it's a possibility. It is a possibility because they started singing "Cause I'm an Island," you know, because they're from an island. That's what they're singing about. But it's not because they're from that island. I don't think.
I got a question though. Where do they get all that money from? That's my question.
Yeah. Well, they got all the money from because of their social media standing. They've got no money now. They were out robbing places. Yeah, they were out robbing places a couple of months ago. They went and robbed 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine. No, the other SoundCloud rapper. They say it wasn't them, but it was them. It was definitely them. They knew he was out, and they went and robbed him. They held his mum there at the door while the others went round his house. They're skinned. Yeah. They're totally skinned. But they did have some money because of social media, but that's it. They wasted it. And what's that? So it says PG, I saw a white YouTube short of Epstein's guy's banning interview, and he's talking about fractional reserve banking, astrology, AI, deep neural nets, ancient philosophy. What the F was that crap about? I didn't see that one. No. But that's got to be mad. Man Purse Boys. Yes. Man Purse Boys. They hung around with Wes Watson and, you know, I mean, Jack Doherty and all that. They all kind of hung around together now. They're all idiots. They're idiots, man. They're people that are not of Christ, and, you know, there's people that need prayer, to be honest. You know, their whole life's on social media, their whole life, you know. I know I'm on YouTube every day, but I don't IRL stream. I don't go down the street and start streaming and show you guys what I'm doing all the time. You just see me when I'm streaming here, you know.
Yeah, me too.
IRL's completely different. There's sometimes streaming 24 hours or 12 hours here, take an hour break, then they do another few hours. You know, they get a lot of money for it in these kick deals and stuff. You know, kick deals, the TikTok deals and all that kind of stuff. To be able to stream on to be able to make any money on Kick, you have to know someone on Kick that's already getting money, like what's his name? Oh my goodness. Aiden Ross. I don't need to look it up. Aiden Ross. He's one of the biggest on Kickstream. He started off on YouTube and TikTok and that or something like that. Now interviewing rappers and stuff, but pretending to be gay towards them, you know. And that's how he started, you know, getting his clickbait and all that. And now he's a millionaire, getting people into Kick and stuff like that for degenerate streaming, you know. IRL streaming. I mean, IRL streaming could be a good thing, but they've made it a degenerate thing, you know.
Yeah.
Mike, good to see you, bro.
Well, you say hi to Matthew.
Hey, yo.
Yo.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, Mr.
Hey, everybody. I hope y'all had a good day, man. I played a bunch of volleyball this morning.
Nice.
I'm exhausted, dude. I'm delusional right now.
Is that why you click the backup channel? Because you couldn't be bothered to click the normal channel?
I got your backup, man.
Is that what it went? Got you. What's that to it? Yeah, he's a dummy. He is a dummy, man. He is a dummy completely. But yeah, that Epstein thing with the Island Boys, is it a possibility? Yeah, it's a possibility. Do I doubt it? Very much so. Very much so.
Where the plan was to impregnate 20 women at a time.
20.
George Church, Harvard's top CRISPR gene editing pioneer, had regular documented meetings with him. A victim wrote in her own words, quote, "I'm not your personal incubator." Well,
that is kind of, where was that from?
Words, quote, I'm not your personal incubator.
I hope I never see you again. I'm not your Yeah, I mean, okay, that's cool if that was said, but that's just text on a screen. You can't see anything to do with if it was on a phone or if this is just retyped from being seen. I'd like to see the originals if it is, or if it's part of an email.
Is this a transcript?
Yeah, it's from the Epstein crap.
Epstein things, yeah. This is about him wanting to like seed the world, you know, and not by doing cloud seeding either.
Did he think he was Genghis Khan?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he had the same ideas, man. Wouldn't surprise me. He was a corrupt man, that's for sure.
Genghis Khan ain't got nothing on me.
But like I said, yes, like the emails, I quite believe those emails were written back and forth between them, absolutely. But when it came to the escape plans, I doubt the escape plans. I think he's probably escaped and alive, but he didn't do that. Escape plans were just a decoy of some sort, you know. I can't see him writing all that stuff down. You just wouldn't. Maybe.
Oh yeah, it's like Sesame Street when they played that game. One of these ones is not like the other ones. Which one
of these things is not like the other?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In 30 23andMe DNA kits were shipped to Dubai for a Middle Eastern royal. And that's where every outlet stopped. The victim diary.
I've heard this before about Epstein wanting to, you know, have loads of little hymns about, you know.
Well, you know, there's a rumor that they actually put his DNA in some of the vaccines.
They put what?
Why would they do that though? Why would they just want his DNA in there?
That's just what people are saying though. I've heard it said twice now.
I don't think Epstein's got that much power. I mean, yes, he's got money and he can get, but he's also expendable, isn't he?
Obviously.
To the higher up. So I can't see that being true.
What a picture.
I know, it's quite a picture, isn't it? Yeah. Almost unbelievable.
Well, almost.
It got picked up by the tabloids. The 23andMe kits got a couple paragraphs in SFgate, and then everyone moved on to the next celebrity name. Everyone is asking who was in Epstein's circle, but nobody's asking what he was building. When you read these documents, the actual EFTA files, not the headlines, a pattern emerges. Shell companies declaring DNA analysis as their business activity. $50,000 wired to an artificial intelligence institute. A male fertility specialist getting haircuts at the residence.
Male fertility specialist getting haircuts at the residence. Well, it is very dodgy, but when you hear this story, but could it have just been a normal guy that he knew that got his hair cut there? I don't know. But like I say, there's lots of dodginess when it comes to Epstein. I don't think those escape plans were real for sure. But the emails, I do think there's truth in the emails.
Oh, did y'all buy one of those Epstein posters?
No.
Epstein, no.
Yeah, you could frame it and set it on the ground and it would hang itself on the wall.
Oh, man.
Right. See.
Funny.
Nice. Is that one of those sewer slide portraits?
Yeah.
Sewer slide portrait. Love it.
Then there are these meetings called designer babies, 6 days before meetings with the egg people. A woman flown from Manchester, England, and referred to a fertility clinic. This seems to be an operation. Infrastructure, funding, scientists, and victims who knew. So let's just go through the documents.
Go for it.
This is a Deutsche Bank Know Your Customer form for a company called Southern Trust Company Incorporated, registered in the U.S. Virgin Islands, sole owner and president, Jeffrey E. Epstein.
Okay.
DNA analysis. That's what Epstein told his bank that his company does.
Southern Trust Company, a Virgin Islands incorporated business owned by Jeff Epstein, disclosed in a local filing that was engaged in DNA analysis. Right. Here are the details regarding disclosure on the company. The disclosures: Southern Trust, which Epstein described as a DNA research firm, made this claim in 2012 as part of a pitch to the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority to secure a tax break. The goal, Epstein claimed, The company was developing algorithms to mine DNA data to identify genetic predispositions to. Yeah, of course it was. Of course it was, Epstein. Of course it was, because you're all for helping the world out.
Expected quarterly revenue, $12.5 million. Annual income, $10 million.
Bill Clinton is the devil with the blue dress on. He didn't have sexual relations with that woman, though. Whole list is untouchables taking the piss. But they're not untouchable, that's the thing. They're untouchable for a little while until they're not, and then they're expendable. You know, they're only look at Diddy, he was untouchable, and now he's an expendable. You know what I mean? No Virgin Islands. Well, that wouldn't be Virgin Islands if that's going on, is it? I don't know. That's the thing. I hope he didn't. I hope he didn't.
Hey, PJ, I'm under a tornado watch.
Oh, nice. Hold on. Let's see that. Nice.
That's the rain, man.
Let's see it again. So, oh, that's great, man. That's so cool. Excellent. Nice. I'm not, well, not nice, but, well, it is nice. I like seeing stuff like that. It might not be nice to be in, but it's nice to look at. I like the sound of rain. Ain't seen nobody arrested yet. Well, there you go, mate. That's the answer then, isn't it? Whether it's being investigated or not, you know, they probably say it is, but are they actually? I don't know.
So, I went looking for what Southern Trust actually did. Nothing. No lab, no research, no scientist on payroll. The actual operations were pure investment management. Venezuelan government bonds, derivatives, Epstein's personal salary. The company was originally called Financial Informatics Incorporated. DNA analysis was a fiction, a qualifying business activity for USVI tax incentives. Now follow the money. The Cook Foundation, that's one of Epstein's nonprofits, wires $50,000.
Non-profits. Anything non-profit is making a profit elsewhere. If it's non-profit to do with Epstein, it's maybe non-profit, but that non-profit is just been passed on to something else that's making a profit. You know, I guarantee he's making a profit. Well, was, or whatever. Singularity Institute for Artarif. I don't know what the hell that means. Debit via. So it's a payment of some sort. Yeah. Intelligence and whatever. Yeah, so it's certainly what do you call it? A statement, a bank statement of some sort of something paid, or an invoice or something, a receipt, invoice, whatever.
To the Singularity Institute for Artificial Intelligence. That's now called MIRI, the organization dedicated to building artificial general intelligence. EFTA 01500847. Nobody has ever reported.
Could it be about transhumanism as well? You know, maybe if he's into the AI thing and all that too, maybe it was about transhumanism, because all these people want to live longer. You know what I mean? Because they know where they're going. The easy thing would be to repent, you know, and go on the side of Jesus instead of wanting to live forever and just living in sin. You know, why wouldn't you just repent instead of wanting to try and live forever when it's a futile task? It's just not going to happen. We're made to degrade. Unless our minds get put into AI robots, of course. But then it's not you. It's a copy, isn't it? It's a copy of you. It's all like an abomination, like.
This wire. 20,000 to the Worldwide Transhumanist Association. 100,000 to Ben Goertzel, one of the leading AGI researchers on the planet.
Right.
A 200,000 invoice for Joseph Thackeray, a researcher George Church introduced to Epstein who was editing his own stem cells with CRISPR.
Yeah, I mean, why is he so interested in this stuff? I mean, it's a possibility he was doing this, without a doubt. Definitely a possibility. I mean, it does seem to be what they're all into, you know, when it comes to Hollywood and people that are related to Hollywood and that live longer.
$1.5 million to Harvard's program for evolutionary dynamics, genetics, artificial intelligence, transhumanism, life extension, CRISPR gene editing. He funded all of it.
Yeah, you'd think did the PDOs and the Epstein files ever use the term PDF, or were they too dull to miss it? They probably missed it. They used things like cheese topping and tomato sauce and pepperoni, you know, anchovies and all that, whatever topping you need in your pizza. So they probably missed that one. And that's just the science side. Yeah, so there you go. Transhumanism, like that. Life extension, like I was just saying. Artificial, yeah, genetics. It's all there.
And that's just the science side. So I kept digging. A master transaction ledger. 21 transactions from 2013 through 2018.
I don't understand how you'd be able to do that, though. Donald Marshall claimed they could clone and swap their consciousness from body to body. Not saying it's true, but it would explain something. I mean, how can you swap a consciousness? But when we don't even know what consciousness is, we don't even know fully how the brain works. So, I mean, I don't know how you'd be able to do that. I really don't. It would have to be a copy of some sort, you know, some kind of, I don't know.
Are you talking about the cloud?
Am I talking about the cloud? Well, they could be copied into the cloud, couldn't they? But he's saying that claimed that they could swap their consciousness from one body to a clone without it being copied. That's mad. If it's true, it's mad.
Consciousness, what is that?
Well, exactly. What is consciousness? How do you grab someone's consciousness and put it into another body? I mean, we don't fully know what consciousness is yet. Yes, do we think it's to do with the brain? We do. But are we actually sure? Completely sure? Especially when God made us and God's not a computer, you know?
Hey, your consciousness is in your heart. Prove me wrong.
Right. I would probably say that. I would say your consciousness comes from the heart. I mean, I've got no evidence of it, but I would say that's more of it. More like it. When we're made from God, when God made us, I mean, made from God. I meant made by God. That would make us gods if we're made from God.
Yeah, man. Made in God's image. Don't lie. God doesn't. We're made in God's image. Don't lie.
I won't. I'll try not to do that again.
Doesn't steal, Matthew, and you're made in His image. Don't steal.
That's the one. That's the one.
And if I may say real fast, like, yeah, we're made in God's image. And I've heard arguments like in Genesis, right? Like, oh, God was talking to angels. Like, let us make man in our own image.
Well, how many angels do you see?
You can't talk to angels and say, oh, let us make man in our image when angels are not made in God's image.
No. When I see descriptions of angels in the Old Testament and in things like Revelation, they don't sound like they're made in the same kind of image as God. They don't
like
seem
they
like
have likenesses to God, like holiness, or they can fly, hover.
Yeah. And there is some angels that came in and
not made in God's image.
Yeah. And there is some angels that came and looked like men. Yes, but is that their original image? No. PJ, consciousness is stored holographically as per Arwen's latest revelation. No doubt. No doubt.
Wow. Yeah, I spent the morning with Arwen over on Discord. He didn't say anything about that when I was in there. He was talking about magnetic universe and electric universe, though.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. But
I just sit there and listen. Yeah.
He thinks everything's holographic.
Yeah, sure. Uh-huh.
Wow. Anyway.
Leon Black, the head of Apollo Management, one of the largest private equity funds on Earth, sends over $120 million through Epstein's Southern Trust Company.
Wow.
That money routes to
120 million. It's a few pennies. Pennies.
Trent was in there and saying I was in the same server. He wasn't talking about that when I was in there.
Leon Black Rothschild's group transaction.
Yeah. I should go back and listen to it.
You said that on your WWD.
Yeah, it's another court server. I got invited over there, so I joined the server.
I don't know what that is.
It's where
I don't even
debates.
I don't even go in Discord anymore. The only time I'll go in Discord was last night when Flats was in there to be part of the stream. But yeah, no, I haven't used Discord in years now, and I only ever used it for going on Flats's really.
Yeah,
when he did use it a lot.
Me and Ryan use it as a server base to store stuff, basically.
Yeah. I just don't like it. Who goes in there? You know, the type of things that go on. You know, it's all trolling.
Half of it, yeah, at least.
Edmund Rothschild Bank in Geneva. 10 million goes directly to Benjamin Edmund de Rothschild personally, and in the same ledger, Southern Trust is investing in Peter Thiel's Valor venture funds. Epstein was the financial intermediary routing $167 million between one of Wall Street's largest PE funds, a European private bank, and Silicon Valley's most connected venture capitalist.
Wow.
In his cover story for all of it, DNA analysis. Then there's this, a complete investor pitch deck from a San Francisco biotech venture capital fund called Descartes Capital, found in Epstein's seized files. The fund explicitly targets Russian oligarch money. Their portfolio is gene therapy using engineered viruses, transgenic chicken bioreactors.
Is that Kunal? Hey, good to see you, Kunal. I don't like Discord's interface. It's an ADHD's person's wet dream, and I don't suffer from ADHD. Yeah, I can't stand Discord. I really can't.
It's made for gaming, dude.
It's still really good. So is Rumble. But I don't see any trolling in Rumble.
Well, kind of. Remember the 1,000?
That's one person because he followed us over. Absolutely. Yeah. But in general, you don't get the same trolling in Rumble as you do in YouTube. Far from it.
Meaning, they insert human genes into animal germ cells. Cancer immunotherapy. A Princeton molecular biology professor is on the advisory board. Descartes Capital returns 0 results connected to Epstein anywhere. No news article, no Reddit thread, nothing on YouTube.
Right.
And then there's BioAlibi LLC. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. But essentially, Christina Galbraith previously worked for Epstein's foundation. By January 2019, she'd become the director of genetic therapies at a company called BioAlibi. It might be pronounced BioAlib, but again, I'm not sure. She published on genetic vectors, and she asked to keep using the foundation's Lexington Avenue office space. BioAlib LLC returns 0 results on the open web. A genetics company that doesn't exist.
Some company that will be hidden under another company, hidden under another company, hidden under another a person, hidden under, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a deck of cards,
Yes, absolutely. I mean, even if you try and find that, like you try and find a local company, it's like, and you try and find a hires for it, you have to go, this company, that company, that company, that person, this person. Hold on, I just wanted to talk to someone in Superdrug.
Yeah.
about their deodorants. Mad.
It's like with the card company I'm dealing with too, man. I finally get to talk to them. They're not going to pay me back. They got
a logical observation, dude. I tried to show you a video yesterday of Joe Rogan and that guy who was talking about flat Earth, who wasn't a flat earther. But for me, it got taken down in the UK. I don't know if it got taken down for everybody on your channel, but for me, it was taken down in the UK, Logical. Did it get taken down completely on your side, Logical? Because when I went to play it, it was gone. It was gone. But good to see you, bro. Actually.
Wait, Roger, you got an insurance claim?
Insurance? No. I was talking about my card company and when I got Jack for $500 that I put a claim in against her.
Wow.
And they won't pay it back
Yeah, it's still gone. It's still gone on your channel.
I got it. I still got it over here.
Yeah, you think it's gone? Yeah, it's gone completely. I still can't see it. Yeah, no, but he didn't put up the whole 2 hours or whatever it is. He just put up the 10-minute section where they're talking about flat Earth. But because there was no commentary or anything, that's probably why. I don't know if it was Joe Rogan that got taken down. But when I go to Joe Rogan's, it's taken down on my side, but on the US side, it's not taken down. But when I go to Joe Rogan himself, it's taken down. The whole thing's been taken down. Right.
Well, you know, I got one thing to say about that, PJ.
What?
Freedom. Hey, I've been arguing with my wife. What is assassinat?
Assassinat. Assassinat is anybody that was south of the border of Scotland, or a turncoat of a Scotsman. Usually an assassinat is an Englishman, but or it's also originally it was a turncoat. Anybody south of the Highlands. Assassinat. Yeah. Basically, we call if you're saying it, it's usually in a how can I say it? It's not in a nice way anyway. If you call someone an assassinat, it's basically as if you assassinated the Scottish, you raped the Scottish, and all that kind of stuff. It's basically
say that again, PJ, because she still thinks she won. If say that again, what'd you just say?
Assassinat is anybody that is south of the border of Scotland. It's an Englishman, but originally,
but you said it was a very nice thing to say to someone, right?
Oh, it's a very nice. No, it's not a very
not
nice
at all.
It's certainly not a very nice thing.
Shame. Shame. She needs to quit calling me that, dude.
So she's calling you a turncoat, is she?
I told her she didn't know the words that she was using.
Yeah. I know who's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad we got that cleared up. Thank God for that.
Right, there you go, right? So, Sassenach is a Scottish Gaelic term for an English person derived from the word Saxon. So, it derives from Saxon. That's why it's an English person. It was historically used by Gaelic speakers to refer to English inhabitants or sometimes lowland Scots. Like I said, someone that was south of the border of like the Highlands and that. English inhabitants that came to Scotland. While it can be used neutrally, it can be or was historically used with derogatory intent.
It sounds like if somebody would call me a Yankee, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, but it implied, like when you get called an assassinat, but Scottish people use it, especially with English people, they're calling them murderers and rapists when they say it, really. It doesn't just mean Saxon. Yes, it means Saxon, but to the person calling it, they're saying you raped this for hundreds of years and you pillaged this for hundreds of years. That's what they're saying, basically.
All right.
So it's not good to, nowadays, if you say it, it just means an Englishman, you know, but it's not in a good way, you know.
Yeah, she totally thinks she's winning because, she keeps calling.
It's on BitChute now, right? Have I got a BitChute account though? No, I'm not. We don't get BitChute in the UK either now. Remember, BitChute got taken down in the UK. Forgot about that as well. Look, I'll show you guys. We can't get BitChute in the UK either. It acknowledges I've got an account, but it got taken down. But we can't use it. To our valued users in the United Kingdom, after a careful review and ongoing evaluation of the regulatory landscape in the UK, we regret to inform you that BitChute will be discontinuing its video sharing service for UK residents. So yeah, I can't even get it in BitChute, bro. It's ridiculous. Wow. It's beyond a joke.
That's sad, dude. I hate being in Britain if I were you, man. You can't see anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, no, but the thing is, no, some people can't even get in Rumble. We can get in Rumble. We can get in TikTok. Some people can't get to TikTok. Look at the other countries that they haven't even got their own proper YouTube. They have to have their own version of YouTube because of their religion and stuff like that. You know, they won't let it go out. Their internet, like North Korea and all that, is just within their country. It doesn't go out their country, you know? It's mad. Isn't it ridiculous?
It is.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. It's there. It might be there, but I can't see it, bro, because I can't get BitChute.
I just want to have a moment of silence for William Wallace.
Willie Wally. Oh, I like it. He doesn't need 1 minute in silence. He just needs the amount of seconds it takes to say freedom.
Freedom!
He's looking for excuses to say freedom.
But you've got to remember, listen, William Wallace was never called Braveheart. It was Robert the Bruce that was called the Braveheart, not William Wallace.
Yeah, but PJ, what will you do without freedom?
Oh, what would you do without it? But the thing is, as well, right? Yes, he did do all them things. Yes, he invaded parts of England, killed English and all that. But it wasn't for freedom. It was for revenge because his missus got... That happened to his missus. That did happen.
Well, right? He was a romantic. He was a romantic, dude. I mean...
He was... Well, yeah, you could call him a romantic or you could call him a rogue because he didn't really hate Englishmen because before he started his campaign, he got arrested with an Englishman for stealing beer with an Englishman. So it wasn't because he hated the English. It was because of revenge for his missus. And it wasn't because of freedom. It was because of revenge. That's what he did it for. But, you know, I love Willie Wallace. I think Willie Wallace is brilliant.
How about for freedom and revenge? Can you do both? Come on.
You can do it. You can if you want, but I just don't.
And when you're old, lying in your bed many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days between freedom and revenge to come back here and tell my wife that I'm not a Sassenach?
All right.
Some people say he's 7 foot tall. And lightning at his eyes and thunder from his ass. Funny. Anyway.
Exist publicly, run by an Epstein Foundation employee working on genetic vectors out of his office? EFTA 02278036. Now this one should make you stop. In Epstein's files, there are investment research documents about Editas Medicine, a CRISPR gene editing company. Standard financial analysis.
See, unless you just had shares in these companies, why would you be, conversating with them? Why would you have communications with them?
That's the only reason I can think of.
Right, exactly.
Look at what's in it.
Sorry?
Just a collaboration.
Collaboration, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
These are the only documents in 44,000 files that contain the word germline. That means editing DNA that gets passed down to future generations.
Just misspelled germaline, that's all.
Heritable genetic modification. Gene editing research about permanently modifying human embryos sitting in the seized evidence of a convicted sex trafficker. Ask yourself why that was in his files.
Correspondence was the word I was looking for, not communications, but it's the same thing, correspondence, you're still communicating if you're corresponding. But that was the word I was looking for, not communication.
One more. A file called traitsandappearance.xls. An Excel spreadsheet about human traits and physical appearance created by Curtis Marine, a researcher at Arizona State University's Institute of Human Origins, for a workshop called Human Uniqueness and Behavior Modernity. It was forwarded through the physicist Lawrence Krauss to Epstein. Then Epstein forwarded it to Jess Staley, head of JP Morgan's investment bank. And he added a line, "Your daughter is also invited too." Okay, hold up.
Oh, by the way, Canal's still here. Tomorrow night's movie night. Because obviously I was meant to do movie night last night, but I didn't do it. But tomorrow night's movie night will be Eight-Legged Freaks and Grandma's Boy. We'll do that tomorrow night. Just so you know. Just so you do. Because I remember saying that I would do those films this weekend. But yeah, I'm going to do them both tomorrow. Well, it's tonight now. It's literally like 11 hours and 57 minutes away. No, 11 hours. No, 10 hours and 57 minutes away. Sorry, 23 hours, 22 hours, 57 minutes away. My bad.
A spreadsheet cataloging human.
Yeah, Sunday is going to be double bill from now on because the series we're doing. If I do the series on a Friday and a Sunday, then the series is going to be finished very soon. You know what I mean? So I'm just doing the series on Fridays and Fridays now. Well, today it'll be Saturday. It's Saturday, but well, Sunday now. But you know what I mean? I started on Saturday.
Traits and appearance, forwarded it to one of Wall Street's most powerful bankers with an invitation that included his daughter. Let's continue.
Included his daughter.
If you're going to run a genetics program, you need access to a genetics lab. Epstein didn't just fund Harvard's program for
Harvard science professors kept meeting with donor Jeffrey Epstein despite his sex offender status. Wow.
Evolutionary dynamics. He had his own key card. September
key card.
2017, Mei Huang, a PhD staff member, emails Epstein's assistant. The card reader system at Martin Novak's Institute had been changed. She needed an address to mail Jeffrey.
Oh, well, I'm 5 hours in front of you then, Kunal. I'm 5 hours in front. For me, it's 8 minutes past midnight now. 5 hours difference.
A new access card. So they mailed it to his home, 9 East 71st Street, New York. When the
30 years on the dot. 30 years on the dot, bro. It's like I've been here. I've been in Coventry 20 years this year now. Doesn't seem that long, but I was here in the 90s for 3 years also. That's when I got done with that's when the manslaughter thing happened, that in the 90s. And I went back to, after I did my time in that, I went back to Scotland for 10 years. You know, so yeah, I've been here 20 years now. It's crazy. The
system changed again. Instructions were sent for how to get to the 6th floor. That means Epstein had permanent, unsupervised building access to Harvard's Genetics Research Institute. And when the locks changed, staff sent him new keys.
Wow.
And he used that access. In the files,
so if he was using it, what was he using it for? You know? I mean, if you're just a shareholder, why would you need to go there all the time? Doesn't make sense, does it? So it must have been for someone else. I don't new girl. Joy hired. Plant guy. Okay.
Found complete schedules for day-long private meetings at Harvard. Back to back, all in one building, with some very important people.
Head of PED. Does that mean head of pedoism? Is that what it is? Head of PED. Yeah, they got that right. Not funny though.
6th, 2018, 10:15 a.m. Martin Novak, the head of the program for evolutionary dynamics, 11:30 to 3. Joy Ito.
Evolutionary dynamics. What the heck is that when it's at home?
Nobody
dynamics. There's no dynamics of evolution because it didn't happen.
Nobody knows what that is. That's a nonsense word.
Exactly. Big nonsense. Bada bing, big nonsense.
And a group from MIT, including Caleb Harper from Open Agriculture.
I'll leave this playing, guys. Sorry, I'm going to grab a coffee.
3 p.m., Yo Shabak, the AI and consciousness researcher. 4 p.m., Leonid Peshkin. Okay, so this Peshkin guy, Harvard researcher in developmental biology and single-cell genomics, embryonic development. Epstein asked for him by name. Nobody has ever reported on Leonid Peshkin's involvement. And then dinner at 6 with Larry Summers, former Treasury Secretary of the United States, at Martin Novak's Institute.
Gay?
Why? 5 months later,
He
October
looks slimy
15th,
to me.
same pattern. Novak at 11:30, then at 12:30, Kamila Naxarova, Massachusetts General Hospital, Harvard Medical School, cancer genetics, studies tumor evolution at the single-cell level. Nobody has reported on her either. 2 p.m., John de la Parra from MIT Open Agriculture. 3:30, Yo Shabak again. 5:30, snacks with Larry Summers. 7 p.m., dinner with Joy Ito. The same people, genetics, AI, consciousness, former Treasury Secretary, one building, one day, organized by a convicted sex offender with his own key card. If you're running a reproductive operation, you need a doctor. Meet Harry Fish. Harry Fish is one of America's leading urologists. His specialty is male reproductive health, sperm quality, fertility optimization, testosterone. He has 606 appearances in the Epstein documents, $2,800 in urology invoices, home visits at Epstein's residence on the same day the calendar reads 10 Harry Fish, 11:30 Leon, 2:30 Deepak, 3:30 Woody. That's Leon Black, Deepak Chopra, Woody Allen. But Fish wasn't just his doctor.
Hold
it
the
would
horses,
seem
man.
he was inner circle. They had lunch at the
Yeah,
2nd Avenue Deli where Fish
great.
sent him a Wall Street Journal article about female Viagra. Fish got haircuts from Epstein's personal barber at the residence. He attended a Woody Allen movie screening alongside Karina Shiliak. And for Christmas, Epstein sent him an Apple Watch. And then a reminder call in May 2019, 6 weeks before Epstein's arrest. So it would seem he was inner circle.
Sorry, somebody was saying something.
Yeah, Woody Allen is involved in this shit, man.
Yeah, I've already heard Woody Allen's name's been involved. Yeah, I've already heard that.
Gay.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, just because they make good movies, it doesn't mean to say that they're, that they're
a good person. No,
that they're moral people. You know,
no.
Far
The
from
man
it.
married his stepdaughter, dude.
Well, there you go. There you go. There you go.
And Fish, his specialty is the exact thing you would need for a reproductive operation.
Yeah, I know. What was
and
that?
Fish
about
wasn't
Harry
the only
Fish?
one.
What was that about here? Oh, it's Harry Fish. He said Harry. Because I thought I had Harry Fish, but he's actually must have said Harry Fish. Harry Fisher.
What do you say? A transition fish?
Yeah, it must be a transition fish. Must be. Hey, can you bring Howard Stern to dinner? I don't know him well enough. Well, we want to eat him.
Oh God.
I will sit to dinner.
There's one word, and I think Matthew covered that with gay.
Which one?
Gay.
Where was that?
Every time you say that name, you gotta go gay.
What,
Gay.
Howard Stern?
No, Woody Allen.
Oh, why? Is he a little bit, was he a little bit jolly?
We could be.
He's probably seen one or two up close.
One or two up close. Well, if it's two, then it's good. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't want to even think about it. Yeah, no, thanks.
In September 2018, Epstein.
Hold on. Seen some more grape soda. Hold on.
And Fish wasn't the only
I don't know him well enough. Hold on.
one need for a reproductive
That's the wrong
operation.
thing. Sorry.
And Fish wasn't the only one.
Not there, no.
In September 2018,
There. Pizza and grape soda tomorrow for lunch. We can also buy tefillin for Woody. Tefillin? What's tefillin?
Yeah, what I don't know.
We know what pizza and grape soda is. It's whatever sexual preference he's into. You know, that's
Well,
what
the
pizza.
filling's probably for Woody. Let's put it that way.
Well,
Get filled in. Yeah.
yeah, it's disgusting. Whatever it is. Ask Barry. Buzzer. Buzzer, what are you doing on this conversation, man? Come on, bro.
Epstein saw a second urologist, Darius Paduch, Cornell Medical. And Monday the 24th, he sees Fish. Wednesday the 26th, he sees Paduch. Paduch is...
Hey, there you go, man. Brian says he's talking to Canal. And when I was a kid, I would swim in Lake Ontario, eye level, looking across Lake at Toronto, and wondered, where's the curve? There you go. True. Absolutely, bro.
Good thing to wonder about. Yeah.
Hey, let's go. Brian, now I don't think I would swim in Lake Ontario close to Toronto, though. I might grow 2 extra eyes. I don't need.
He's three-eyed, wall-eyed bass. That's what he is.
Yeah, when you go fishing, you don't catch one at a time. You catch 3 at a time because they got 3 heads. Nice. but one brain. So it might just be classed as a three-headed fish. So once it's left another message with the receptionist and emailed Lisa and Dr. Merrill requesting their help in facilitating an appointment for you with Dr. Paduch this Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Jeffrey E. No, to someone from Jeffrey E. Right, got you.
It's a fiduciary fish. That's what it is.
Yeah, Paduch.
Staff asked for the reason for the visit, but Epstein's office never answered. There's a note in the files that says, "Ask Dr. Fish." That's a cross-referral between the two urologists, with Epstein's office controlling the information.
Right.
A few days later, Epstein's staff is frantically chasing blood test results.
Hello, Jeff Epstein. Hello, Jeff Epstein is hoping you would pass along his blood results, right, from his visit last week with Dr. Paduch on Wednesday, September 26th.
We'll never know who it's to and from.
Might you have them? Well, if you go on to this, you can find out. If you actually go to the things themselves, you can copy this, copy it all, highlight it all, copy it, and you paste it to a separate sheet, and all this reappears. Apparently, that's what I've heard. And there's been a few videos on it. Hopefully, they're real. They could be fake. I don't know. But yeah, I've certainly seen people copy and pasting part of the Epstein files and putting it, a redacted part, putting it over to a separate sheet, and it said something well in place of where the black should have been. Yeah. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man? So it's a possibility you can still do it. Please do not leave me. Please do not let me know now, as Jeffrey is anxious to receive them. Please do let me know. I think it's meant to say no. Please do let me know, as Jeffrey is anxious to receive them. Now, yeah, unless you're going to be ill, why would you be anxious to receive blood results? I'm never anxious to receive them.
Maybe he's doing an AIDS test, see if he's got it. We'll call Fauci up and ask him for the cure. Yeah.
No, he'll be immune to that. He'll be immune. He'll have the immunity. They can afford the vaccine for it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got you. Kind of like Magic Johnson.
Yeah, because they're bound to have a cure out there for it. I guarantee they've got a cure for it. They made it, so they've got a cure for it. You know what I mean? They just don't give a cure out because people pay for it. People pay while they've got that disease. You know?
I bet.
So, there you go.
October 2nd through 4th, 3 days of calls trying to get results from Paduch's office. Keep in mind that Darius Paduch has since been convicted of sexually abusing his patients,
right,
including minors.
Well, okay, right. Still have not heard from Dr. Paduch. Okay.
Nobody has ever connected these two stories.
Maybe he's
in jail. Maybe why is he locked up if he's been accused of it? Hasn't been convicted of it yet?
Well, a lot of these people with money get bail. They get bail for years, don't they? Some people don't go to jail for years for what they've done. Sometimes they're on bail for a while. I mean, look at our friend Jordan. He was sentenced, and he still got a month before he handed himself into prison. You know, he got sentenced to that 4 years, but he was allowed a month free to sort his crap out, and then he had to hand himself to the prison, you know, to the authorities. So you do stay, and if you've got money, then you can get extensions on that, obviously. You know, like if you've got money, you get bailed out on murder, depending on the circumstances. But if you're a normal guy, you're not getting bailed on murder, and you wouldn't get bail on here on murder unless there's extreme circumstances. You're being charged, but you've got your defense has got lots of evidence that you didn't do it. Then maybe you'll get bail, but in general, you're not getting bail. You know, and we don't have paid bail here. If you get bail, you get bail. It's free. You know.
Nice. Well, the thing is, like people like us get fooked.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the thing about paid bail as well. Like even the bail, what is it called? The bailiffs, the bail collectors, whatever you call them, the bounty hunters. They can come out for you. Your bail bondsman, yeah, like bloody dog the bounty hunter. He'd come out for you. Well, is he gone now? Is he dead now? Yeah, he's dead, didn't he? Passed. No, his wife passed on. It was his wife who passed on, not him. Sorry. His wife passed on. And then he married.
No idea if he's alive.
Yeah, his wife passed on. No, the big one, the big blonde wife he had, she passed on. He got married within 6 months, I think, after that. Yeah.
Imagine that. Yeah.
You always seen him doing a prayer before he went and caught his man, but then he's sitting swearing at the dude and everything when he catches him. You effing criminal, you effing. And you just prayed. You just prayed 2 minutes ago about catching this dude. Now you're effing this and effing that. You know?
Are you talking about the dog?
Dog the bounty hunter, yeah.
The man's a dog.
He's a dog. He's a dog. I liked Dog the bounty hunter, I did. I thought he was a cool guy.
I could tell.
I think he's a hypocrite, but when I was younger, I liked him. When I wasn't following my Christianity, you know, I thought he was all right. But yeah,
I just read I got an article. His 13-year-old son is fatally in a fatal shooting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
He don't look happy, man.
not good. Not good.
You said 13.
Reproduction.
Sorry?
His 13-year-old son was involved in a fatal shooting, it looks like.
Damn, dog.
I'll read it.
Well, so was Dog, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was in prison for it. He didn't do the murder, but he was in prison for being with the murderers. Apparently. But he got out. I think he got out early. Dog's on the wrong side of the law where I come from. Yeah, absolutely. But the law was looking for him for a while. I mean, he did have a few charges to go up for himself, didn't he? Don't know if it was tax evasion or something else, but you know. Anyway, whatever.
Dog catcher.
Dog.
Medicine specialist and his convicted abuser urologist seeing the same patient in the same week, cross-referring through Epstein's office. August 2018. Watch how fast this moves. August 2nd. A meeting called Designer Babies.
Designer Babies. What? A meeting.
Moves. August 2nd.
Designer Babies. Brian Bishop, biohacker. Right, okay. So, yeah. Designer Babies.
Second, a meeting called Designer Babies. Brian Bishop, biohacker, CRISPR advocate. The meeting.
Yeah, Designer Babies.
Where do you get them?
Well, asked Epstein. He's the one that we're going to try and do them.
Okay. Uses a pre-existing video room. The URL is Taxmaster Genetics. That name already existed. That means these discussions had been.
Certainly, it seems like he wanted to see it everywhere. I mean, whether it was an AI baby farm or not, I don't know, but it certainly seems that he wanted something like that, you know?
Yeah, happening. I wouldn't put it past them.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Do I believe all of the Epstein files? No. I do believe there's certainly some of them, a lot of them true, but do I believe some of them are exaggerated? Some put in there for decoys or misdirection? Absolutely. But same as everything we find in truth. There's a load of truth in it, but also a lot of lies. You know,
well, I think people with depraved minds are capable.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Where there's a will, there's a way, sir.
Yeah. Absolutely.
3 days later, August 5th, Bishop puts the pitch in writing. The subject line is Designer Babies.
Well, there's a Jeffrey, there's a Ghislaine that will work for him, you know? I mean, she adored the guy. And they weren't even married. I used to think they were married, but they weren't even married.
Yeah, look at her dad. That's all I got to
say. I know.
Well, his goal, in his own words, the first live birth of a human designer baby.
Oh,
possibly a human clone within 5 years.
Right, so yeah, this gets out of our self-funded garbage biology phase to the first live birth of human designer baby and possibly a human clone within 5 years. Once we reach the first birth, everything changes and the world will never be the same again, much less the future of the human species. Attached document, whatever, 1.7 million, and that's from Epstein. Right. Okay.
The budget was 1.7 million a year for up to 5 years, plus $1 million for lab setup. The plan was transgenic mice first, then human volunteers. And the intended outcome? The first human with transgenic sperm. And we begin taking pre-orders. Pre-orders for genetically modified humans.
Wow.
Epstein's response? I have no issues with investing. The problem is only if I am seen to lead. So he wanted in, he just didn't want his name on it.
Well, that's what an evil genius would do. Not want his name on it. Of course, he's not got to want his name on it. That's why things are hidden behind companies and other companies, the mother company. Then you've got everything else underneath it that branches off from it. Sometimes it's so difficult to find, man. But yeah, this guy was corrupt as hell, man.
And Bishop knew that. In the same thread, he writes, anonymity requirements about babies. We can't publicly identify whose these are or their parents or benefactors.
I mean, that's a possibility, like 2001, like you said, supposedly cloned first human baby. But in reality, it was probably before that. Probably. That's just the first official, but probably, bro.
It would brand the child as, essentially, and sadly, a freak for life in the media. He then offers to run the whole thing under his own project so Epstein has, his words, a sufficient level of deniability.
There you go.
There it is. By August 13th, Bishop sent a follow-up. He was already running experiments. Quote, proceeding with more mouse testing at my Ukraine...
Proceeding with more, because he'll just read a little bit. Proceeding with more mouse testing at my Ukraine lab, surgeries, micro injection, amateur in Mississippi, H equals S, been testing human. So H equals S, human equals sperm. Is that what it's been testing human sperm modification, just fluorescent tagging so far. Doesn't work for my purposes yet. Okay.
Oh, PG, I gotta take off. I gotta go to the hospital. So.
All right, bro. All right. Hope everything's all right, man.
Later, Rod.
Yeah, later, Matthew. Later, Derek, and everybody else. I'll keep you guys. They're doing blood work on her now. So
right, cool. Keep us updated. Well, after here, I'll be over in Rumble with the movie night. So,
all
right, bless.
All right, yeah, take care, Roger.
All right, I will.
Roger too.
I'll see you guys later. All right. Bye.
Lab, surgeries, microinjection.
Man, I was just thinking, how cool would it be if Jeffrey Epstein, instead of killing himself, he skipped bail, and it was Dog the Bounty Hunter that brought him back.
2 seconds. I just have something crashing. No. Oh, I know what it is. My shower head fell into the bath. That's what it is. Shower head fell into the bath. I thought it was maybe the front door, someone kicking the front door, but it wasn't.
The lab was at the Institute of Gerontology at Ukraine's Academy of Medical Sciences in Kiev. A real lab with real experiments. Real animals being cut open and injected with modified genetic material.
Wow.
This is starting to look like a cloning program and a billionaire funder who wanted to stay invisible. August 8th, David Mitchell, Epstein's fixer, sends an email. Jeffrey wanted to set up a
meeting with the egg people. When is good, please? The egg people. See, like, come on, man. Wow. Sicko.
Meeting with the egg people. And the staff replies, ha, egg people. August.
He was maybe talking about Humpty Dumpty. You know. Could have been Humpty Dumpty he was talking about.
9th, 7:30 a.m. The egg people meeting happens at 9 East 71st Street. By 11, Brad Karp is there, one of the top litigation lawyers in the country. By 1:15, lunch with Leon Black. August 20th, a woman is flown from Manchester, England to New York. September 9th, Epstein personally...
Second time that woman from Manchester has been mentioned. Oh, hold on. Yeah, was it Manchester, United Kingdom last time? That one was Manchester, New York, wasn't it? It says. Oh, hold on. Not sure if you are in New York or Manchester. Right, so it must be the American Manchester anyway. Right, okay.
Rex's staff. Find her a gynecologist in Manchester.
Hey, Logical, thanks for joining us, bro. Bless, man. Cheers, dude. Enjoy your barbecue, man. Enjoy it, dude. Bless, man.
Later, logical.
September 2018. Staff recommends Manchester Fertility Clinic. Okay, so 6 days between a designer babies meeting and an egg people meeting, 11 days later, a woman flown internationally and referred to a fertility clinic. Nobody has reported on the egg people term, not even a single news article. Now we go international. So CNBC just ran a piece on Epstein's Silicon Valley connections. They confirmed Anne Wojcicki, the founder of 23andMe, was connected to.
Hold on, I went to read that, so it'll disappear before I can read any of it. Meanwhile, court documents unsealed in 2024 related to the litigation involving Maxwell included exhibits in which Epstein accuser Sarah Ransom alleged she met Bryn and then his fiancée, now ex-wife, Anne Wojcicki, something like that. On Epstein Island. Bryn stepped down as president of Google's parent company, Alphabet, on December 3rd, 2019, saying at the time that he was no longer needed in the role. However, he remained a controlling shareholder and board member, and that's for Google, president of Google's parent company. So, wow. So, like, YouTube is owned by Google. Google's parent company is Alphabet. So that means YouTube is owned by Alphabet. It's so mad. All this parent company business and who owns what. Mental.
Epstein. A victim alleged that she met Wojcicki on Epstein's island. CNBC reported that and moved on. But they didn't mention this. That's Epstein's own email, misspellings and all. Rashid Epstein. A fake identity created to register a DNA kit for Sheikh Mohammed.
Oh, was it? There you go. Yep, and the Alphabet Corp was funded by the CIA. There you go. There you go. They like their three-letter companies, don't they? Organizations. The three-letter acronyms.
Bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai. His assistant, Leslie Groff, follows up. We can register a kit for you as Rashid Epstein. The kits go to JFK.
We can hold on. Let's see that again.
We can register a kit.
Can you please? We can register a kit for you as Rashid Epstein. Can you please let me know where we should send the kit once this is done?
And PJ, you were saying how Google is owned by Alphabet?
Yeah.
Well, ironically, it's like the company or corporation Alphabet, which is allegedly owned by the CIA.
Yeah, that's
all owned
by that's what David was
or
saying.
funded, I should say, not owned, but it's a bunch of red tape. But it's like it's all funded by the public.
Yeah. There you go.
Which means the public should have a say on how these internet venues are operated.
They should, but do they? No.
No. It means that basically we're dealing with rogue agencies.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. And
absolute betrayers and traitors.
We know that from Bush and the JFK thing. You know, he was head of CIA at the time, wasn't he? Something like that. Look, and we know that they're definitely involved with most of these alleged conspiracies, that are true, the true conspiracies that end up being fact, not conspiracy theory. But yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I said owned as well. I should have said funded by. I said owned too. I should have said funded by. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Still getting credulous.
Well, it shouldn't.
But it doesn't surprise me at the same time, Go ahead, Derek, sorry.
Right.
Kit for you as Rashid Epstein. The kits go to JFK Terminal 4, Door 5, onto Emirates Flight 202 to Dubai. When 23andMe invalidates them for geographic restrictions, Sultan proposes a workaround. Collect the DNA in Dubai, mail the samples to New York. This seems to be a covert DNA collection operation using a fraudulent identity run through household staff for Middle Eastern royalty? And here's what ties it all together. March 2014, John Brockman, who runs the Edge Foundation, sends out invitations for a dinner in Vancouver. The guest list: Jeff Bezos, Sergey.
Okay, man, look at that guest list. Elon Musk, Nathan, I don't know that, but some of them I don't know, but wow. And then the last one there is that on Wojcicki, or whatever it's called. Wojcicki? Don't know. Dear J.E. Dear. He's not dear. That's for sure.
Brin, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Larry Page, and the two names that matter for this story, Jeffrey Epstein and Anne Wojcicki.
Wojcicki, okay.
Anne Wojcicki, the founder of 23andMe, the same company whose DNA kits Epstein registered under a fake name and shipped to Dubai royalty. CNBC had access to the same documents I did. They confirmed Wojcicki was connected to Epstein, and they left all of this on the table. Read the article. Every name gets the same treatment. Thiel, legal and legitimate purposes.
Yeah, of course.
Hoffman, philanthropic purposes. Gates, absolutely absurd and completely false. Brin, no comment. The article mentions zero genetics, zero DNA, zero.
Some have been asked about it, and they're all like, "Oh, well, don't know about that. No comment." Yeah, it's ridiculous. You'd think they'd be a bit more outraged that their names were involved with such things, you know? Is this an arrest warrant down here? Behind us. Yeah, an arrest warrant. Okay.
Productive programs, zero CRISPR. The words baby, fertility, and gene don't appear once. That's not journalism. That's damage control for Silicon Valley.
Right.
They wrote the version of the story that protects the people in it. Now, Bill Gates. 3 days ago.
Yeah, I mean, if it was journalism, you'd be saying what it's about. You wouldn't be using the code, would you? You know?
The Wall Street Journal published an article called How Epstein Inserted Himself in a Split Between Bill Gates and a Top Gates Advisor. They reported that in 2013, Epstein jumped into negotiations between Gates and his science advisor, Boris Nikolic. That Epstein wrote fake resignation letters to himself as leverage, that he dangled allegations about Gates' extramarital affairs, and that Gates himself said, quote, Jeffrey was quite helpful. Without him, it would have been harder. End quote.
That they don't name dropping each other in it at the same time.
Hey,
sometimes.
PJ, Derek, and chat, gotta go, guys. Gotta start rattling some pots and pans.
All right, bro. Bless your mind. Thanks for being here. Nice one there. Hey, yes, it is, Vlad. Good to see you, bro. It is, yeah.
So what is the Wall Street Journal's angle here? While sure, they are going deep by revealing this, but it seems like their angle is Epstein was a manipulator who exploited a business split. And that's true, but that's where they stopped. They never asked the obvious question. Why would a convicted sex trafficker care about a biotech fund separation?
Right? Why would he?
Everyone knows Gates and Epstein met, but nobody really knows why.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. They do. They know they met, but then why? Well, I think we know why now. I think we know why.
Look at this document. A draft separation agreement between Boris Nikolic and Bill Gates. Nikolic was Gates.
Wanted to get these for your input. We'll add the FM point once you send draft. We won't disparage each other privately or publicly. Right, okay. We'll both keep this agreement and all terms confidential, knowing I will give the accountants information about. Okay.
Science advisor, one of his closest. The agreement says they won't disparage each other. They'll keep it confidential. Employment ends January 1st, 2014. But this document was sent to Jeffrey Epstein for input. A confidential employment separation between Bill Gates and his science advisor, and Epstein was the one being consulted? Why? Nikolic emailed Epstein directly about the terms.
Wow.
In addition to changing date to the end of January, the last point need to total change, helping me find a job. He was negotiating his exit from Bill Gates through Jeffrey Epstein. Boris Nikolic was later named in Epstein's will as alternate executor. 124 documents connect them in the corpus.
A successor executor. What's that? And I know what an executor is, somebody who executes, but you know, I mean, and not in this. What's it in legal terms? What is that?
It means the receiver.
The receiver, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Epstein wasn't just socially connected to Gates. He was brokering confidential employment separations for Gates' closest science advisors. Nikolic is the bridge figure. Everything I've shown you so far is infrastructure, shell companies, wire transfers, meeting calendars, key cards, documents. But the files contain something else.
Sure.
This is a letter written by a victim addressed directly to Jeffrey Epstein. This is scary. Let me show you what this document is.
Ooh, oh yeah, I've seen this one already. This is where it goes up, down, up, down. I think it goes this way like that. Body has never been given time to properly heal. Body has never been given time to properly heal. That's what the top line says. Yeah, more of them. Wow. Yeah, we had one of those.
Your body has never been given time to properly heal.
There you go. Yeah, I interpreted it right. It's not hard to read. It's just up, down. It's going in a zigzag pattern. It was that Dr. G explained it the other day in his analysis of some of the letters, some of the files, should I say.
Where is my baby? Where is Jelaine? I am not your personal incubator.
Ooh.
She knew she was being used for reproduction, and she said it directly.
Right.
But that's actually just the surface.
What else could be, I'm not your personal incubator be? I mean, you know, a woman holds a baby in her womb. An incubator is something usually that's separate from the womb where a baby goes when it's premature or whatever, you know. So they're using her as a tool, basically. That's what she's saying, using her as an incubator tool. Using her womb as an incubator.
This is about to blow your mind. So I'm sure you've been seeing the incubator stuff in the news recently. It's been covered, but they're not really explaining it. This is what they didn't tell you.
Well, the news never do they? The gatekeepers are there to hide the blooming truth. As well as put it in plain sight, you know, hidden in plain sight.
Well, it's like the only thing the news is useful for now is like moderate weather advertisement.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's about it.
Otherwise, it's just there to just push a narrative, a false one, a manipulative one. That's it. That's all they do.
No, I don't think it's all bullshit, Jono. I believe some of it's bullshit. Some of it's been exaggerated, absolutely. But it's not. Do you think that Epstein's just a normal guy that's been accused of something and he's innocent? He's not. He's far from innocent, bro. It's not all bullshit. It's not all bullshit. Some of it's bullshit. I agree. Not all of it. You're too Russian vids orientated, bro.
Well, it's like, I mean, take my state, for example, in Minnesota. It's like, oh, you have to be pro-ICE or anti-ICE.
Right.
And no, both of them are agenda-backed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's no right side to take when they're both wrong initially.
Exactly. I wouldn't take any side.
Right. Yeah, the only side to take is neither side.
That's
for
you.
Oh, that's not popular, Derek.
Jono, you're entitled to that belief. It's all BS. If you're entitled to that belief. I don't think it is all BS though. You know, there is things out there as BS. I do think there's bullshit aspects to this. Not this part here, but certain things in it, like the jail, the escape plan. I don't think that was real. I don't think he would have wrote that down and stuff. I think that was BS because he had plenty of money to buy his way out. They would have just helped. He would got assisted out of there if he's alive. You know, but I don't think it's all
if I can explain myself a little bit better, but it's like the people who are anti-ICE in Minnesota in the government, for example, have been absolutely in breach of state laws in funneling illegal immigrants here. Yes. And then, but in order to come up over the top, which is what the federal government is doing with ICE, like, oh, we need to, get rid of all these people.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And extend, federal law over state law.
Right,
when the people who are supposed to be in charge of state law are in breach of it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just a mismatch.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, they're all messed up.
John says, like COVID victims, no one I know knows any. I knew people that had COVID, but whether they actually had COVID is just what the hospital were telling them. I know people that had it. I don't know anybody that died from it. I know people have died from it, but did they die from COVID? No, of course they died from COVID.
We may have to have a private discussion about that because I can't actually prove COVID existed either.
No, exactly. I can't say it existed. I mean, it was meant to have existed before it happened anyway, but whether it exists or not, if it did exist,
it boils down to virology, and they can't actually prove it existed as a virus. I mean, they were basically reducing common colds as like, oh, you have COVID.
What's that? John, it's always over there. Look over there. What do you mean, look over there? I'm telling you, I knew people that were diagnosed with COVID.
Right. And when you look into when you look into the diagnosis, how did they diagnose it?
Exactly. It's just
they didn't.
Just had flu. They probably just had flu.
You could get hit by a bus, and they say, "Oh, he died from COVID."
Exactly. During the COVID time, had a heart attack.
Dude, this is not even a joke. You know I'm laughing.
They put it down to COVID. But I personally know people that
it's like hospitals had financial incentive to make money off of saying people died from COVID or even are diagnosed with it, even though they never made any real diagnosis. They can't even prove it.
Of course not.
All they had to do was say they have it.
No, exactly. Like I say, I know people.
There's a patient in our hospital, say they have COVID. Oh, bang, 50 grand.
Exactly. Like I say, there's a good few people I know was diagnosed with it, but never died from it, obviously. But they didn't have COVID. They just got told they had COVID. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because obviously someone at the hospital probably tested them. Hold on a minute. Someone in the hospital probably tested them with these already corrupted tests, and it'll come back COVID when it's just flu or a cold or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
We know the COVID thing was bullshit,
Yeah.
But just because COVID's bullshit, it doesn't mean to say that absolutely everything that goes on in the world, because there is a world stage, I understand, but it doesn't mean to say that everything is bullshit. You've got to decipher these things. Not everything that is being put out there is bullshit. Like, did the towers come down? Yes. Did planes actually hit them? No, I don't think so. But they came down. Absolutely.
And maybe you haven't seen it, PJ, but there was a group in Scotland where they forced a hospital to admit that COVID doesn't actually exist.
Right.
But but that information was buried.
I also seen, a video. It was a security video where nurses were meant to be giving the vaccine to people, in the COVID times. But to this one patient, she went up to him and then pretended to inject him and squirted it out the back. So I think it must have been a friend of hers, and she knew that these vaccines were no good, you know, and she actually went to inject him, but squirted it out the back, pretended to put
Well,
it in his
it's like
arm.
we don't have vaccines for AIDS, right? We don't have vaccines for cancer or a myriad of other things. And there's been like decades worth of research on all those things. Yet all of a sudden, within a span of less than a year, they came up with a vaccine for the COVID virus.
Right.
No way.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. RV, PJ, RV trained me. Yes, absolutely. I know you are, but RV is not always right, bro. He's not always right. Sorry to tell you, he's not always right. He's right a lot, but sometimes he's way over the top, bro. I like RV. I like what he does, but he's not always right, bro. He's not always right.
Didn't write that letter in English. She wrote it in rail fence cipher. A rail fence cipher.
So that's SOS, or is it SOS, or no, it's not. It's sorry. SO. Usually goes like that.
Is a transposition code.
Whatever.
You split your message across 2 rows, alternating letters.
Yeah.
Top, bottom, top, bottom. To read it, you weave the rows back together. The actual page in the EFTA is not the journal. It's rows of letters that look like occult nonsense. But what I just read you, I'm not your look like a cult page in the EFTA.
So it's so sorry. SOSORRY. So sorry, Jeff. JEA. Jeffrey. These things happen when you whatever. Yeah, so yeah, I can't still read it. I just wasn't reading it right that time. How dare you, PJ?
That is not the journal. It's rows of letters that look like occult nonsense. But what I just read you, I'm not your personal incubator. Where is the baby? Where is Jelaine?
Yes, I agree, bro. Yeah, I agree. The PCR test was a scam. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Well, it's like
100%.
Dr. Kerry Mullis, the inventor of the PCR test, quote unquote, said it's not a diagnostic tool.
There you go.
So how are they able to come up with a diagnosis from a tool that's not a diagnostic tool?
Because they came up with 2 lines or it went purple, so you must have COVID.
Oh, right. No, they can use that machine in a myriad of situations like, oh, hey, PJ, here, I'm going to use this PCR test on you. It turns out you have the Black Plague from the 1600s that hasn't been around for centuries.
Right. It's like if I get tested for opiates, say I take some kind of morphine tablet, they test me for
make
opiates.
it seem like anyone has anything with that thing.
Right. Exactly. But listen, if I take some kind of opiates and then say I take a morphine tablet and then I get tested for heroin, which is an opiate, it'll come back that I've taken heroin when I've just taken an opiate tablet, you know? So it doesn't test for individual medicines. It's just a broad spectrum. You know, like, that's opiates, that's amphetamines, it doesn't tell you the individual types usually, you know? So that
was the entire problem, and that's probably why Kerry Mullis is dead. The inventor of the PCR test said it's not a diagnostic tool, but yet people like Anthony Fauci were heralding the PCR test. That's how you diagnose COVID.
Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah. That's shittery. Excuse my language.
That's all right. Biden says, I may be wrong, and much love to RV, but unless he changes his stance, I think he poo-poos the MA. So, yeah, don't have all the answers. Yes, exactly. He doesn't have all the answers. Because I don't think he does believe in them. I don't think he does believe the MA. I don't think he does.
That's what you get once you decode it. It would seem that the DOJ apparently had cryptanalysts decode it, and then they added this plain text translation to the file. But they don't clarify at all that it was a cipher. They just published the decoded letter like she wrote it normally.
Yeah.
And they left out that the cipher ends with death. See, you're missing the context. The real question is, why does a trafficking victim know how to write in cipher? Why would she need to? A railfin cipher isn't something you just pick up. Someone most likely taught her this.
Of course, someone taught her. It's the same as like when we got taught to do pig Latin or back slang. Someone teach you how to do it, and then you're able to do it. Of course, someone taught her.
That's a red flag. A victim writing in code implies training and operation. This reads like ritual.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. John says, Harvey knows too much, agent for sure. I wouldn't go that far. But some people have said that. Some people have said he's an agent himself. But I wouldn't go that far, bro. I really wouldn't. I know you're joking, but I wouldn't go that far with it. But some people have said they don't trust him as far as they can throw him.
Abuse more than anything else. All the
Also, is it, who's it they think? Some people think he is because he didn't show his face. Some people think he's one of the a wrestler or some sort, do they? Or an actor. I can't remember. Somebody said something specific that he thought it was an ex-wrestler or actor or something. Don't know. I can't remember.
Ciphers were decoded.
I don't believe that.
One of them mentions the blood from supposedly Leon Black. We've mentioned him several times. The other cipher is her guilt. She feels like a monster. She remembers the screams. But I was looking through the PDF and I found this page. It's like a bunch of stickers or cutouts. And there's one that says, "Protect the vanishing." And this victim wrote children.
Oof.
The vanishing children?
Yeah.
What is she talking about? What's crazy is there's...
Look, we certainly know that children vanish. That's for sure. That's for sure.
a whole nother PDF, and that too has a bunch of ciphers. Now let me show you really quick, because I can't explain it all, but you just need to see it. I'm sure most of you remember when this all came out, but here's the thing. We had zero context. Think about what I'm telling you right now, and how this all connects. Look at these ciphers. Look at her cutouts. This is no normal victim. She describes a forced medical procedure. Quote,
this is, right, close your eyes. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Don't speak. She doesn't talk. I can't stop shaking, and it's been a week. Decision was made, but I can't tell Jeffrey these things. Oh, right, this is the things that have been deciphered from that. Yeah, of course, because I already... Was that the one that I deciphered? Or is it? I don't know. I don't know. Sorry. Let me continue to play it.
Oh, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Don't speak. She doesn't talk. A shot in rod-like instruments with a hook, consistent with a D and C procedure. Apparently the doctor was from Israel. Ghislaine Maxwell was present and directing.
Hey Ryan, how you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you.
Decision was made, but I can't tell Jeffrey. Maxwell was making reproductive decisions Epstein didn't even know about.
Well, I quite believe that. I quite believe that. She's a horrible bar steward herself. I mean, she did get 20 years, didn't she? But yeah, for sure. I mean, she certainly hooked up Prince Andrew with that youngin. You know, she was a key part of it.
This victim was impregnated, carried to term, and her baby was born alive. She even names Jean-Luc Brunel directly. Quote, Jean-Luc Brunel is a disgusting pig. She says she was sent back after 6 weeks. Quote, punishment for trying to run. Right there.
He's a disgusting pig with bad breath, and I'm almost positive he does these disgusting things because he's struggling with maybe being gay. Okay.
That's the reason for the ciphers. And here's a line that ties everything together. The superior gene pool? Why me? Why my hair color and eye color? That feels very Nazi-like.
Mm.
She says the piano and music comments
we're going for an alien race.
We made to convince her this is right and will create perfect offspring. At first, I thought that sounded like hypnotism.
No, you get people like that nowadays where they're thinking about going for that, where you can pick your baby's eye color and stuff like that and their hair color, you know, and people manipulating. I don't know what they manipulate. I'm not into that side of things, but in the medical industry, whatever you want to call it, they're manipulating these things so that they're able to manipulate DNA and that, so you're able to have a choice of hair color and a choice of eye color and leg length, and I don't know. It's just mental.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, PJ, but it's like, I mean, are green eyes superior to blue eyes?
Certainly not. Certainly not.
I mean, do they see different? Is there a different spectrum going on?
No. That's how good your eyesight is.
Yeah, no, it's a cult fixation, and they're freaking out of their mind.
Right. We have different eye color, like we have different hair color, like we have different skin color, like we have different. It doesn't make you any superior or inferior to the next man.
That's right. But most people would look at me and be like, "Oh, Derek has brown eyes." Like, actually, no, I don't. They're hazel. You just can't tell from a certain distance.
Exactly.
Yeah, but are my eyes superior than anyone else's?
No.
Not
at all.
Go ahead.
But it seems like they were trying to teach her to play the instrument. Quote, I miss the person I was before I was made into what feels...
Yeah, blue eyes do rock, Ryan, because I've got blue eyes, but it doesn't mean to say I'm superior to anyone just because my eyes rock. You know what I mean?
As a human incubator. Okay, so this is a metaphor. She seems to be describing a eugenics program, and we've been tracing this through the documents. George Church, egg people, CRISPR, designer babies. And here's a girl saying they selected her for her hair color and eye color to create perfect offspring. She called it Nazi-like. And like I said, look at these...
You get people, like you see where men and women nowadays who are eccentric, who they choose their partners based on like their genetics and how good their children would be together with them. You get people that do that, which is so silly, man. So silly. Because that's not love. That's far from love. I mean, you find love within that, but it's a weird way of doing it.
I mean, I've heard so much about like, oh yeah, blue eyes are so great, which a lot of my family have. But those who are fixated on it are often retarded.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got blue eyes.
Like, I mean, I want to put a helmet on their head, like, yes, and, escort them to the short bus.
Yeah. I mean, I've got blue eyes.
Because they're dumb.
For anybody who thinks blue eyes are superior to any other color, they've never done me any favors in life, not as far as I know. That's it. I mean, I like my eye color. I wouldn't want any other eye color because it just wouldn't be me. It wouldn't suit me. I'm used to them. I don't know why people want to change themselves so much.
Like, just be
content or cut out.
Made.
Yeah.
And on the opposite side, like, it's the same thing with like, oh, brown eyes. Oh, brown-eyed people are so great. Like, what's so great about them?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Not changed. Oh, I did not know you could change the timer. You can change the timer from counting up to counting down. I did not know that. Now I know. Count on the bottom left. I did not know that. I just noticed that it said -11. I was like, hold on. It said 20 odd a minute ago, which is 20 odd minutes in. But if you change it, it says it's -11, so it's got 11 minutes 52 to go. Didn't know that. First I've noticed that. Weird.
And how the ciphers are under them.
I'm
She's
sitting there
spelling it out for you.
you guys can't see it because it's behind the blooming, behind us. I meant down here. Can you see it now? Down here, where the timer is. It changes when you click on it. I'm counting up to counting down, which I did not realize before. Anyway.
And look at this. Help me, please. Can't anyone find me? That's what the documents show.
Yeah, I know, but getting you the girl with the blue eyes, does that necessarily mean it's a good thing? Some of those girls ain't that good, sometimes they're a bad influence, sometimes it's not a good thing getting the, and it just depends on what their preference is, because a lot of women love blue eyes, but a lot of women love dark brown eyes and don't like people with blue eyes, you know? So it's preference. It's just preference. And it's your perception of it, because you might see the man with the blue eyes getting the woman, but and somewhere else in another town, a guy with the brown eyes is getting the women, the guy with the blue eyes is sitting there watching, you know? So it's just perception, man.
But let me tell you what I think it means. I saved this one for last because it connects everything. December 2nd, 2018. A Harvard lunch at Martin Novak's Institute. The guest, George Church, Harvard's top CRISPR pioneer. Seth Lloyd, MIT quantum computing. Martin Novak, and a woman. She had just flown in from Paris. She needed a US cell phone, and she wasn't American. Now look at this email. Epstein directing his staff on travel routes. Same as last time.
Right.
Kyiv to Paris, Moscow to Paris, St. Petersburg to Paris, Odessa to Paris, all converging on his apartment at 22 Avenue, Foch in Paris. It would seem that apartment was the hub for the Eastern European trafficking pipeline. Women from Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, routed through Paris. Same as last time means this was a reoccurring operation with established routes. So why was a woman from that pipeline at a Harvard genetics lunch with the world's leading CRISPR researcher? Everything that I've shown you so far has been the documents. I haven't made a single claim. I haven't accused anyone of anything. What follows is...
He hasn't actually. He's just put the information out there. True. But we know what he's implying. Same as what I'm implying.
what I think this means. You can disagree, you can turn off the video, but if you made it this far, I think you need to hear this. When you lay out all these documents, 3 layers emerge. Layer 1, the personal predation. This is the story everyone already knows. The massages,
Right.
girls, the
Yeah.
island. Epstein was a predator.
Yeah, absolutely. He was fascinated with those massages, wasn't he? For sure. So it was probably a fixation, a fetishes.
That's the version that went to trial, and that's where most people stopped. Layer 2, blackmail. Cameras in every room, every bedroom, every bathroom, every property. When you have the most powerful people on earth walking through your doors, and you have footage of what they do behind the closed ones, you don't need money. You have leverage. That's the intelligence operation.
These some of the paintings and that and the pictures he's got in that house and stuff. It's worrying, very worrying.
Layer 3.
This may be my own
genetics.
opinion. Sorry.
Go on.
This may be my own opinion, but like people like Epstein, I don't believe he's dead. I believe he's in Israel.
I don't know where he is. I
For
don't believe
reasons like that, why Israel would get turned on, because they're not confessing their faults. They're hiding them.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I believe he's free. I believe he's not dead. I mean, that's just my own opinion. I believe he's not dead.
I mean, I can't.
Don't know where he
is.
is. Don't know where he is. But I just
Like,
don't think.
where's his body?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, show me the corpse.
Yeah. I don't think he's dead. I really don't.
And so, if he's not dead, where is he?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And so no. And so it's like, I mean, it's like Israel today, they're rather doing it to themselves. Why the rest of the world is going to turn on them.
Possible. Did I like this already?
Well, it's biblical, yeah.
And this is what no one is talking about. It would seem
No, I mean, it's
that the
possible.
trafficking...
It's possible he's in Israel. That's what I'm saying. Possible too. I don't know where he is, but it's possible he's there. Absolutely possible. Because it has been said. It certainly has been said.
wasn't just predation. It was a supply chain. The victims weren't just being exploited. They're being harvested. Eggs extracted. Menstrual cycles tracked. Fertility clinics arranged. Babies taken. And a victim literally wrote, "I'm not your personal incubator."
AZ Beach on Rumble side said he'd have to be confined or someone with a cell would see him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was that. I don't think like the the stream I did yesterday where it had the escape plan, I don't think that's legit. I mean, lots of the emails and that, yes, I think are legit. This I think's legit, but I don't think the escape plan was. I just think he was helped out of that. You know, he didn't need an escape plan. He walked out and that with help. You know, he's got the money. I think he's alive. It's just my personal opinion. I think he's alive still. Don't know where he is, but I think he's alive.
Well, I mean, it's like I've been in jail before.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as like guards just going off duty or like, you know, missing you out of nowhere.
And
especially when you're a high priority prisoner.
And camera's not working.
There's no such thing.
But for the actual time that the thing went on, that's bullcrap. Bullcrap.
Right. No, so they're lying to everyone.
It's the same as when with the 9/11 images of the Pentagon, the plane that allegedly hit the Pentagon, where you get the missing frames of the actual contact, you know,
right?
They went missing. It's just the same kind of stuff as that. You know, they're hiding it. Of course.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
Per function in the operation. But there's one thing that everyone is missing. Why Silicon Valley? Everyone keeps asking why Epstein was connected to tech billionaires. The answer isn't that they were donors. But what if their companies are the infrastructure? 23andMe, genetic profiles on millions of people. That's the training data. Palantir, pattern recognition across massive data sets. That's the trait selection engine. Microsoft, cloud computing and AI processing power. That's the computational backbone for processing genomic data. George Church in CRISPR. That's the editing tool. Once the AI identifies what to change, Church's lab can change it. Oil money can write checks. Only Silicon Valley owns AI, big data, and genetic databases. They're not funding the operation, they are the operation. Now keep in mind.
Yeah, that's absolutely a possibility. But whether you know for sure that you can say they are the operation, I mean, I don't know that, but are they involved? Surely.
This is all theoretical. I am interpreting public documents, but the infrastructure is real. The companies are real, and the connections between them are in the files.
Right.
And if this theory is correct, it doesn't stop at production. These aren't just designer babies. It monitors the human. Palantir isn't just analyzing genetic data on the front end. It's a surveillance infrastructure that tracks populations on the back end. What am I saying? It would seem that these sickos are trying to design an engineered human race that's powered and monitored by AI.
Right.
Design them, produce them, monitor them, control them,
Would seem
all in AI. That's why I called this video AI Baby Farms. It's not just baby farms. If you follow the documents to their logical conclusion, what you're looking at isn't just a trafficking operation. It's the blueprint for an AI-monitored, engineered population. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And remember what I told you at the beginning of the video? Epstein told scientists he wanted to see the human race with his DNA. He wanted to impregnate 20 women at a time at his ranch in New Mexico. Everyone reported that like it was just fantasy, like it was some delusion of a narcissist. But look at what I just showed you. The shell companies, the fertility doctors, the egg harvesting, the CRISPR research, the AI funding. It seems like he was describing this operation. That is the full picture as I understand it, but that's just from 44,000 documents. Every EFTA number has been on your screen, so you can verify everything I've shown you. Now, the story doesn't end here. The documents speak for themselves, but if you want to understand why I called this video what I called it, stay here for 5 more minutes, because none of this is new.
Not going anywhere, bro.
This has been happening for almost 300 years. In 1739, the Foundling Hospital opened in London, and it was funded by royalty, supported by aristocrats.
Yeah.
And if you look at the coat of arms, there's the Diana of Ephesus, the multi-breasted ancient fertility goddess.
That's very true. Yeah. You forget about these kind of things, and you look into who's actually on coat of arms and stuff like that, and you see that they're all damn mythical gods and stuff and goddesses.
But if you look closely, those aren't breasts, they're eggs. Right there on the official seal of a children's hospital. Why do you have occult symbolism on something that's supposed to be a charity?
Is that? Yeah, why would you have like two breasts and all them little breasts underneath it? What the heck would that meant to mean? That's mental. Could be right. He could be right.
And what about in America? Well, there's a fraternal order that many have never heard of.
Well, look at that.
They're called the Oddfellows. Similar to Freemasons, but with a completely different...
Similar to Freemasons. They're all pretty much the same. All these Freemasons, whatever, they're all under the same thing. They're all Satanists at the end of the day.
Right. Whether secret or super secret, it doesn't matter. Like, who do they serve?
Exactly.
Are they in bondage and sin? Yes.
Absolutely, 100%.
Are they free in Christ? No.
No. No. And you're going to be in bondage to Christ. You know what I mean? Be a slave to Christ.
I'd rather be a slave to Christ and free in Him than whatever these people are.
Purpose.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%, bro. It says, we command you to visit the sick, relieve the... Right, okay. And educate the orphan, okay.
Funded by royalty. Their symbols include the all-seeing eye.
The all-seeing eye there, yeah, of course. The old dragon's tail, is that... No, it's an anchor. It's part of an anchor. I thought it was a dragon's tail.
The fasces, skull and bones.
Oh, look at that.
And they were the ones that ran the orphanages in America in the 19th century.
Weird, eh?
They ran the asylums. Their founder, Thomas Wildey, was himself an orphan. Orphans grooming the next generation of orphans. And they did all of this under the name of philanthropy.
Odd fellows. The weird guys.
The channel, you already know what I'm about to show you. But for those who don't, there are thousands of postcards from the 1890s to the 1910s that nobody talks about.
I've seen these.
They show babies being grown in cabbage patches.
Yeah, I mean, where did you think you got the idea from? Cabbage patch kids and, you know what I mean? that kind of thing. From this. Yeah,
well, it's like a lot of them have the attitude, oh, because God isn't wiping us out right away. That must mean there's a way for us to survive. And no, there's not.
No, that's it.
No, your fate is the same as those when God wiped out those with the flood.
Right, 100%.
That's your end. And no, you don't have a future. Congratulations.
Exactly. Look at the way
you won it all by yourself.
The way they've got this baby here underneath the guy's kilt. Disgusting, man. Disgusting.
Being harvested from gardens. Babies arriving on trains.
Yeah, I remember these.
Babies being pulled from water with hooks and nets. And some that literally say in French, "Nous sommes à vendre." We are for sale.
Sick.
These aren't art projects. These aren't cute jokes. There are thousands of these across Europe and America. And they depict...
Yeah, the Garbage Pail Kids came from Cabbage Patch Kids. Yeah, absolutely. I remember them back in the late 80s, early 90s.
A production line.
Too, yeah.
A rebirth.
Yeah, the Garbage Pail ones. Yeah.
Population operation. The woman in the red is their handler. The men in the top hats pay for them. Familiar, right? This is the real history behind the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah,
and it's even in their lore. A story about babies being grown in a garden, delivered by a stork in uniform,
That's right.
while an evil witch tries to enslave them for labor. Nobody really ever questioned where that story came from.
That's right. You know, like
In
when you were
1881.
told about the stork, no, like when you seen that imagery of a stork delivering a baby when a couple were pregnant, that, and you see that, the imagery, I can't ever really remember questioning it. I remember knowing the story, how like the stork delivers the baby sort of thing. It's just symbolic type thing. But yeah, if you question it, I mean, probably comes from nefarious origins, you know? The modern kangaroo.
A French doctor attached to a foundling hospital built the first baby incubator. He modeled it on a chicken hatchery Within a decade, baby incubators filled with live premature infants were exhibited at world's fairs across Europe and America. The medical journal that covered it wrote, quote, "It is just as essential in raising men and women as it is raising any kind of stock," end quote. And in 1896, at the same Paris World Fair that showcased those incubators, the first narrative film ever made premiered, Le Fée aux Choux, The Fairy of the Cabbages, a woman pulling babies from a cabbage patch and handing them to couples who pay a farmer. The first movie ever made was about selling babies, and it was created to promote the incubators. Then came the trains. Between 1854 and 1929, over 200,000 children were loaded onto orphan trains and shipped from East Coast cities to the Midwest and West. 72% of them had at least one living parent. They weren't orphans, they were taken. Their names were changed, their records destroyed. They were displayed at train stations and then chosen by families. And then we're just told to forget everything about where they come from. So to put that together, foundling hospitals funded by elite with fertility goddesses on their seals, a secret fraternity running the orphanages, thousands of postcards advertising babies for sale, incubators modeled on chicken hatcheries at world fairs, the first movie ever made is about producing and selling babies, and 200,000 children were shipped across the continent with their identities erased. Now look at what I just showed you in these documents. Shell companies declaring DNA analysis, CRISPR gene editing.
That's all right, Chris. When I actually said Cabbage Patch Kids, my first the actual image in my head was the Garbage Pail Kids. You know, when I said it, that was the image in my head. So I was thinking it myself anyway, bro. Don't worry about it.
Well,
fertility doctors.
Wait. When it comes to babies, it's like, oh, where did the babies come from?
Mm-hmm.
And yet, in the United States, for example, how many babies are aborted?
Well, yeah, I do not know about a lot. Guarantee it.
It's in the tens of millions.
Sick.
It's absolutely sick. So, in this case, oh, hey, we may have an alternative for you if you're going to have a baby.
Right, yeah.
Bring them somewhere else.
Right.
It doesn't require any conspiracy other than just to bring them somewhere else.
Right. Absolutely. It'll get to a point where they'll make it legal. That kind of thing. Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever.
Egg harvesting, AI processing, forced pregnancies, babies taken, women trafficked through international pipelines and brought to genetics meetings, and $167 million routed through one man's shell company to a Rothschild bank, the same banking dynasty that's been at the center of European finance since the founding hospitals were built. The same operation, different century. The only thing that changed is the technology.
Technology,
Okay, so I showed you what I found, but that was just from 44.
They just changed things technology-wise and the face changes, but, it's the same thing from way back when. Yeah, it's the same old story, really.
4,000 documents in the database that I was using.
Fabian Society, yeah. I mean, Tony Blair was part of that. He was part of that.
There are 3.5 million pages in the full DOJ release. What I showed you today is just...
We did one stream on the Fabian Society about Tony Blair and stuff like that, but it didn't really get right into it. It was just basically saying Tony Blair and the government at the time was part of the Fabian thing, and that was part of their theology, was from the Fabian Society. Fabian, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, all for this kind of stuff.
What one person found in 1 week. There's so much more, and there are a lot of open threads. Nobody on YouTube has gone through the documents like this. Tucker said that nobody has gone into the genetics methodically. I just did. And this is just the surface. Part 2 goes even deeper.
Oh, he's got a part 2.
This whole thing is way older than Jeffrey Epstein. Alright guys, make sure you subscribe if you want to see what I find next.
All right, cool. I'll have to watch out for that, then. But that's it for Epstein stuff for now. That's for sure. That's for sure. But let me give you a link to this, just in case you want to have a look at it yourselves, or sub to him if you're not already subbed. Sub through this link here. Very hands got juice. Yeah, interesting. Certainly more credible than the escape plan, because he wouldn't have had to escape. Anyway, right. So that's it. We'll head over to Rumble now. I'll play up with the Harry Matt. We'll head out to Rumble. Do the movie.
All right, well, God bless PJ. Take care, and everyone else in the meantime.
Hey, always a pleasure, brother. Love you, man.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
Take care, dude. Take care. God bless.
Too. Mm-hmm.
Right, Harry Matt. Let's play that with Harry Matt, Gajis, and we'll get over there.
Not much. How are you?
Yo, I'm doing fantastic. What do you do for a living?
I'm a musician, man. What about yourself?
That's what's up. I mean, right now I'm doing painting and stuff, but I'm trying to get into bodybuilding.
What kind of painting? Like painting houses and stuff like that?
Yeah, exterior, interior.
Well, get into bodybuilding, but don't get into the steroids, because steroids could walk hand in hand with bodybuilding nowadays. If you go to competition, be a natty, man. Don't do the steroid thing.
Yep.
Okay, dope. But bodybuilding, man, that's dope.
Yeah.
Wow, man. What makes you want to do
things like Mr. Olympia and any of the competitions, apart from the stay natty competitions, you're expected to take steroids, you know. And there's ways past the test and that. And some don't even test because they know you take steroids to get mass monsterish, you know. But steroids don't work for everyone. They'll put more meat on you, but unless you're genetically gifted anyway, you're not going to look like a enhanced Greek god. You know what I mean?
Do that.
Well,
sometimes you'll just look fat. Sometimes they just don't work on you, and you'll end up with gyno and everything.
Since I was a little kid, I was super fat. You know, I was a loser. I didn't have really nothing. I started getting into working out. I went from doing 5 push-ups in an hour to being able to do 500 in less than an
Just because you're fat doesn't make you a loser, bro.
hour, you know.
Wow.
And I was just like, damn, yo, I really started getting into it. And I saw bodybuilding. I want to have something that keeps me on a straight line.
Yo, that's dope, man. Well, congrats, dude. You've already made so much progress, man. That's incredible.
I used to be, what, like 250 pounds? Right now I'm like 160, 159.
Damn, dude, that's awesome, man. What's the biggest piece of advice you would give to somebody that's trying to, like, get, you know, maybe they're struggling right now, they're not very healthy, you know, they don't feel good about themselves. What would you say to them, man?
I would say genuinely, everybody who's in that position knows what they have to do. It just takes the effort to do it.
Word.
And I would say when it comes to doing big things, you got to start small. So like, just start making promises to yourself little by little, you know, like make your bed every day, you know, eat some healthy for breakfast, get yourself on a path of winning, and eventually all that stuff will add up.
Yo, that's fire, man. That's fire. Well, bro, could I do a freestyle for you?
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah, man. Maybe I could just freestyle about some of the stuff you shared with me just now.
All right. Yeah, that's cool.
All right, dope, man. What's your name, by the way?
My name's Jesus.
Jesus, in the place to be. Let's go. All right, let me find a beat right now, man. Let me find something dope for this. What does this beat sound like? Hold on. Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right off the top of the mental, we gon' send this through. 1, 2, yes, I do get loose. Special dedication goes out to my boy Jesus. Listen, right now he be painting them cribs. Exterior of homes where you live. Interior as well, paint up on them walls. But he's got a vision for the future to evolve. Yeah, he's got a different life that's off kilter. He wants to do it big and become a bodybuilder. Already putting in so much effort. Already striving to degrees most couldn't measure. Yeah, cause he used to do 5 push-ups in an hour. Back then his mood was mad sour. Now he can do 500 in even less than that. Yeah, and you know he's bench pressing that big weight when he's all up in the gym. I can tell by your attitude you about to win. See, this the type of attitude most just couldn't find yet. Hey Zeus, are you telling me it's about my mindset? Well, in that case, let me work on my mental, cause having a vision for my future, that be essential. And most people who are in a low down position, they know what they have to do if they truly listen. We know we gotta eat better, know we gotta move more, but sometimes it feels so hard to do more. Yeah, gotta find that inspiration, gotta keep on winning, elevating by y'all indication. Let's get it, they loving the way that I spit it. I'm focused on my dreams and goals, I ain't gotta pivot. And y'all know we gon' take it past what they thought we could do. Hey yo, real raw raps, what I brought to you. I'm breaking it down when I be doing my thing. Y'all know I get swole up like I'm in the gym, cause the Mac about to pull up. Y'all know I be lifting on y'all, rocking the world. Matter of fact, my arms getting bigger when I do them curls. Yo, it's all about resistance, training with the persistence. Y'all know it's infinite, competition we win it. We focused on that body composition, cause we on a mission to take over with the domination. Waiting common patience, start small, make a promise to yourself. 1 push-up today, good for your health. 2 push-ups tomorrow, then comes 3, and you'll be doing 5 by the end of the week. Now that might seem small, but by the end of the month, you got 20 push-ups in 1 session, so don't front. 6 months into the year, you got the push-ups and the crunches and the leg raises. It's so amazing, incremental growth, you know it just takes time. That's why I keep it real and never spit fake rhymes. Yeah, when I be rapping, it's entirely free. Yo, hey Zeus, thank you so much for inspiring me. Let's go.
Let's go.
What's up, yo? That is awesome.
Let's go. Let's do that then. Let's do that. Right, guys, have I put the link in? I haven't put the Rumble link in. Haven't I done that yet? I thought I did. There's the Rumble link. Oh, no, that's not. That's a YouTube link. Idiot. And copy. Hold on. Is that the right link as well that I put in the description? Yeah, that's the right link. Cool. We got Gajis over there waiting. All right, nice. Right, let's go. Let's take it over there then. Let's do the two Mr. Inbetweens and the movie Marty Supreme. And then tonight we've got Eight-Legged Freaks and Grandma's Boy. Let's do that. All right, see you over there. If not, I will see you in Flax's and then see you for movie night tonight. Bless, guys. Here the sunset's free. It's free. Indeed. Ta. Oh, I nearly ended stream then. Idiot. No, PJ, you're not doing that. You're doing this.